Joker's playing now? It's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. This is one of those really weird streams for me. For like the last 6 years, I've basically streamed WoW only, and that's what I do. That's just my game. I love it. I play it all the time. But I've been itching to try out some RuneScape for a few years, and now seeing that a lot of people have been playing it as well, it's like, dude, do I want to wait? Do I want to keep waiting? It's been like, well, you know, dude, I just couldn't help it, man. I've been like, I just had to try it. I've installed the game now, and I don't know anything about RuneScape at all. I'm gonna be honest, I've never played RuneScape, okay? I have installed the game once in 2008, because my friends at school were playing it, and then I found out you have to pay money if you want to have like the full version or something. I asked my mom, can you buy the full version?
I mean, you gotta do that for WoW.
I just installed it. She said no, and then I uninstalled the game. That's my RuneScape. Iron Man is fun. So let me try to get this straight, right? So in WoW there's Iron Man, but in WoW it's like you can't use talents, and like your gear is like it's like a weird rule set for Iron Man. But what I know about Iron Man and RuneScape is you cannot trade with players and use the auction house, right? Is that what that means? Or I don't know if there's an auction house, like trade, I guess, right? Is that Iron Man? Okay, that's cool. So it's like solo self-found and like a ARPG?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Alright. Alright, so we're definitely doing Iron Man. And then hardcore, I guess if you die, your character's gone. Or like it just becomes normal Iron Man.
Yep.
Something like this, right? So yeah, maybe I can do a hardcore Iron Man, because, you know, why not? And then maybe I'll keep playing the character if it dies. Or I'm not sure. In order to play old school RuneScape, you must select a unique display name for your character. We just try my name. Maybe it's not taken, right? Sorry, the display name Joker is not available. Try one of the following suggestions. What the hell are these suggestions? How is that anywhere related to the name I'm trying to pick? 92 Torag Go. 75 Crimson 35. I don't want to be called that. Like I look like a ball with that name, man. It's available. Alright, is that a good name? Like, is it normal if numbers in your name? It's bad? It's just one number, though. It's a bad name. Just do Joker RuneScape after. Yeah, I guess that kind of works. Alright, now what do I do? Alright, so now it's character customization. Dude, this game looks so old. By the way, can you customize this after? Like, are these permanent choices? I don't think so, right? Yeah, you can? Okay. Alright, that's the character. Confirm. Okay. Click to move. That's so old. I've never played a game click to... I mean, I guess I have, but... yeah, like League of Legends. Anyways, I'd say it's time for you to go and meet your first instructor. To continue, all you need to do is click on the door. It's indicated by a flashing yellow arrow. Remember, you can use your arrow keys to rotate the camera. I don't feel like the graphics are that bad, actually. Like, when I was earlier, before I pressed on the GPU, I was like, this looks kind of bad if I can't even read the words. But now that I've turned on the GPU, it's like comparing the way it looks now to how it was before the GPU was on. I think that's why they have that, by the way. They're like, hey, let's have it turned off so that you have to turn it on, and then when you turn it on, the game looks way better. It's actually a 100 IQ tactic. First up, we're going to do some fishing. You've been given an item. To view the item you've been given, you'll need to open your inventory. To do so, click on the flashing backpack icon to the right side of your screen. Use small fishing net. Weight 4,535. Use small fishing net. Oh, okay. Nice. I'm already fishing. I got 10 fish. Fishing XP. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to do that. Cancel. Click on the flashing bar graph near the inventory button to see your skills menu. 1 out of 1, 10 out of 10. 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1. It's already maxed my professions? Like it says 1 out of 1. That's like the limit, right? Or I guess maybe not. I think I need to train them to go higher. Like I don't understand. Why is this 1 out of 1? You know. On this menu, you can view your skills. Your skills can be leveled up by earning experience, which is gained by performing various activities. As you level up your skills, you will earn new unlocks. Speak to the survival expert to continue. Excellent work. now that you've have some shrimp, you're going to want to cook them. To do that, you'll need a fire. This brings us to the woodcutting and fire making skills. The survival expert gives you a bronze axe and a tinderbox. Ooh. Alright, we're logging the tree. The first tree. This is all I know about RuneScape, by the way. So you basically chop trees all day. Is that like accurate? Like that's basically what people do, right? They just like, they chop trees and they chop trees. And they chop trees and they chop more trees. I'm already logging, boys. Now that you have some logs, it's
Bro is logging.
First, click on the tinderbox in your inventory. Then, with the tinderbox highlighted, click on the logs to use the tinderbox on them. Sorry, I mean, that was... I had to understand exactly what to do. I did it. Well done. You've cooked your first meal. Speak to the survival expert if you want a recap. Otherwise, you can move on. Click on the gate shown and follow the path. Okay, I'm walking up there. Hold on, I'm getting tired standing up here. Malta is sinking. 5 minutes of standing? Dude, I've been standing up for like an hour. Perhaps you've done enough woodcutting now. No? What do you mean I've chopped down one tree? How is that enough woodcutting? Ah, welcome, newcomer. I am the master chef, Lev. It is here that I will teach you how to cook food truly fit for a king. I already know how to cook. Brianna told me just now. The master chef gives you some flour and some water. I mean, what kind of master chef uses basic ingredients like that, buddy? Settle down, dude. Making dough. This is the base for many meals. To make dough, you must mix flour and water. To do so, click on the flour in your inventory. Then, with the flour highlighted, click on the water to combine them into dough. Oh, I know how to do this. So, use. So, you click an item in your inventory. Then that item is like activated. The game is like, this item is now being used. And you click another item or an objective or something, and then like, boom. So this is kind of like the foundations of the game. Now you have made the dough, you can bake it with some bread. Cooking XP 70, nice. Leveling professions is really fast actually, it's already almost level 2. Assuming that's what happens when I mean it must be, right? You managed to bake some bread. Well done, you've baked your first loaf of bread. As you gain experience in cooking, you will be able to make other things like pies and cakes. You can now use the next door to move on. If you need a recap on anything, talk to the master chef. Alright, that's cool. We just came in here, learned a bit of cooking, now we leave. I press M, it doesn't open the map. But this is the map. Yes. Whoa. So I am there right now. Wait, there's more. God damn, pretty big actually. I heard that with old school RuneScape, it's like an old game, right? But they still add new content or something. Like there's polls, you vote on the polls, and then they add something, right? Like that's kind of cool. Like it's not a 100% solved game, and people know everything, and there's nothing like. Right, like it actually has. It's kind of like RuneScape Plus, yeah, like Classic Plus, but we don't have that on WoW. But like we're gonna have that on WoW at some point, right, guys? Yes. We're just kind of behind the curve a bit, you know. To be fair, WoW is like a lot more new game than RuneScape. It came out only like 20 years ago. This is your quest journal. It lists every quest in the game. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not that bad. Only 170 quests, easy.
Only.
One day of WoW. Like 170 quests is nothing, bro. Like it's gonna be easy, guys.
No, the quests are vastly way harder in this game.
What are you talking about here, guys? Yeah, like assuming the quests are like kill 6 boars, loot 5 apples.
No.
No. I'm clueless. Below Ice Mountain.
Oh, this guy is gonna learn today.
To Willow on the path south of Ice Mountain. Okay, so that's where I need to go. Difficulty novice. That's kind of cool, actually. It tells you the difficulty of the quest. I like that. Length short. Yo, is that like, what is the definition of short in RuneScape? Imagine it's like short and it's like, yeah, like 2 days. Short is 1 to 2 hours? Yeah, that's not really short, man. Storyline standalone, release year 2021. Requirements 16 quest points. This is actually so cool. Like, it tells you like you need mining, what your combat level should be, and then you need to have a certain amount of quest points. So you can't just... Okay. And now I gotta go down in his basement? I'm not really sure about going down in the basement of some old man I just left. This is, it's a little sketchy, right? Like, but sure, you know. You have all of this in your basement? What? Mining and smithing. Next, let's get you a weapon. Or more to the point, you can make your first weapon yourself. Don't panic. The mining instructor will help you. Talk to him and he will tell you all about it. Hi there. You must be new around here. So what do I call you? Newcomer. Seems so impersonal. And if you were going to be working together, I'd rather call you by name. You can call me Joker OSRS. Okay then, Joker OSRS. My name is Dizik, and I'm a miner by trade. The mining instructor gives you a bronze pickaxe. Oh, you just click on the mine. That's easy. Okay. It's not like where you have to click the pickaxe and then click the thing, right? It just happens. The game is like, yeah, why else would you interact with this? It's just to mine it, right? It changes color for a second, then it goes back. That must be some sort of cooldown. Are they mining level 2? What just happened? Rats? Oh, that's because I leveled up my... Yep, okay. Yeah, it just like... it was already a level 2. I guess it was like a little bit of a delay. Oh, nothing interesting happens. Click here to continue. What do you mean nothing interesting happened? I got a bunch of ore and I leveled up my mining skill. That's interesting. You managed to mine some copper. Oh, there it is. Okay. Congratulations, you have advanced a mining level. Your mining skill is now 3. Okay, that was very fast. Now you have some copper ore. You just need some tin. To mine a rock, all you need to do is click on it. So this is copper, and tin is over here. Gotta get like a few tins here, and I go to the smelting area. I see. You made a bronze bar. Speak to the mining instructor. I have a bronze bar. What now? Now that you got a bar, you can smith it into a weapon. To smith something, you need a hammer and an anvil. There's some anvils just here that you can use. See if you can make a bronze dagger. Only the dagger can be made at your skill level. Oh, I'm making more than one. I didn't want to make 4 daggers though. Can I undo? I guess I can always sell them. They all have the exact same stats, so there's no like procs and stuff. In this area, you will find out about melee and ranged combat. Speak to the guide and he will tell you all about it. This guy's gotta call a pest controller, man. His basement is full of rats and like naked men. It's kinda crazy, you know? Do I look like I care? To me, you're just another newcomer who thinks they're ready to fight. I am Vanaka, the greatest swordsman alive. And I'm here to teach you the basics of combat. Let's get started by teaching you how to wield a weapon. I know how to do combat. I've killed mythic bosses, okay? Like, this will be easy. I bet RuneScape combat is like the easiest part of the game. Like, I'm not even trolling.
Little does he know.
Play this and I'm already expecting it to be easy. This part. You now have access to a new interface. Clicking on the flashing icon of a man. One on the right on your backpack icon. Oh, cool. So that's like my character loadout, whatever. I gotta put on my gear. Wait, do they not aggro on top of me? They don't attack. I have to attack first. So I'm gonna go for... Oh, the one it's indicating. Not all NPCs are aggressive. Oh, so there's not a... Yeah, it's like that on WoW too, right? Like the mobs in the beginning, they don't attack. Yeah, it... Oh. Dude, I'm just destroying this. That was so easy. I did it! I killed the giant rat! I saw. You seem better at this than I thought. Now that you have cross basic swordplay, let's move on. I mean, how bad did this guy think I am that I can't even kill that rat that had 3 HP? It's kind of messed up. The combat instructor gives you a short bow and some bronze arrows. Wait, hold on. Now you have a bow and some arrows. Before you can use them, you'll need to equip them. Once equipped with the ranged in gear, try killing another rat. Yeah, I already equipped them, right? Oh, I'm supposed to shoot from outside. Ah, so I'm shooting it through the gate. Whoa. That's not fair. Can't fight back. Yeah, that was like a safe spot. I just could shoot from there. Alright, good progress on the tutorial. Banking. Follow the path and you will come to the front of the building. This is the Bank of G. Where you can store all your most valued items. To open your bank, just click on the indicated boot. 25 gold in the bank already? Yo, I'm rich. That's almost enough for a mountain. Wow, you know, like, this is your bank. You can store things here for safekeeping. To deposit something from your inventory, just click on it. You can withdraw things in the same way. Can I get bigger bags than this, or is this like the limit in the game? You know, this is how big it can possibly be. It doesn't seem like there's like an option. That's just the limit. Cool boots are found in towns across the world. The old school RuneScape community is invited to vote on future game updates to decide whether each update should or shouldn't be released. Nice. Voting is open to members, so you gotta be a member, which is the money thing, right? With a skill total of 300? Wait, so I'm not even fit to vote because I've barely played the game? That's actually kind of smart. Yeah, it's like you can't like just make an account and like screw over the votes, you know? And you must have played at a decent amount of time. Oh, 300 is nothing, really. Yeah, I'm at 34. Maybe you're right. To preserve the old scoop character of this game, an update must gain 70% support to be released. Prayer. Follow the path to the chapel and enter it. I'm gonna talk to a monk. Hello, I am Brother Brace. I'm here to tell you about all about prayer. Click on the flashing icon to open the prayer menu. Wait, so there's praying in this game and you get like buffs? Thick skin increases your defense by 5%. This is your prayer list. Prayers can help a lot in combat. Click on the prayer you wish to use to activate it, and then click it again to deactivate it. Activate prayers will drain your prayer points, which you can recharge by finding an altar or another holy spot and praying there. So we gotta pray in RuneScape to be able to recharge our prayer points. I did not know this. As you notice, most enemies...
Prayer is basically like mana in this game.
Burying bones by clicking them in your inventory.
Like Loki it is.
Gain you player experience. I think I left them in the bank though. I'm also the community officer around here, and it's my job to tell you about your friends and ignore lists. Oh god. How is the RuneScape community, by the way? Because in WoW, I do have to put people on ignore every now and then. How is it gonna be? Because right now, I don't think like I'm connected to like the other people. It's like I'm in the tutorial safe space, and as soon as the tutorial ends, hopefully it's gonna be okay. You can still give it a go. Oh shit, I didn't read all of it. I'd like to change my Iron Man mode. Okay, I'm gonna pick Hardcore Iron Man. In addition to the standard Iron Man rules, the Hardcore Iron Man only has one life. But if you die, you become Iron Man. So this is this. This one is different, right? Ultimate Iron Man is not hardcore, but it's like you cannot use bank. But if you die, you can keep playing. It's just you don't have anything in the bank anymore. Or like you just don't have anything on your character. But yeah, we'll pick this one. Ultimate is terrible. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's interesting, but I think for the sake of like streaming, this is probably the most like fun one, right? Pick that. To play as an Iron Man, you need to set a pin to protect your Iron Man status. I don't understand. Oh, so that someone can't come on my PC and just kill my character? Yeah, I'm gonna hide the screen 1 second. Okay, now that wasn't even the final instructor. He's like a bonus guy if you want to do the Iron Mans. Ooh, it's a wizard. Good day, newcomer. My name is Tarova. I'm here to tell you about magic. Let's start by opening your magic interface. Wait, so there's no classes here. You just have different kinds of combat. Ranged combat, melee combat, and magic combat. That seems to be a way. And this makes sense, yeah. Lamb Bridge Home Teleport. This is your magic interface. All of your spells can be found here. The list is currently filtered to only show the spells you have the magic level for. Talk to them to continue. Currently, you can only cast one offensive spell called Wind Strike. Let's try it out on one of those chickens. I click it. Now the game is like, he wants to use Wind Strike. Oh, it's just one time we use it. Okay. I didn't even kill the chicken, bro. You're nearly finished with the tutorial. All you need to do now is move to the mainland. Just speak with the magic instructor and he'll teleport you to Lumbridge. When you get to mainland, you will find yourself in the town of Lumbridge. If you want some ideas on there to go next, talk to my friend, the Lumbridge guide. You can't miss him. He's holding a big staff with a question mark on the end. These sounds are so funny. Oh, are these other players? Malta is sinking. Oh my god, I'm already getting spirit. Guys, settle down, okay? Okay, well, this guy is just skiing. What? And the chat is down here. Why is KW a filtered word? Him Diesel says, what's up? Welcome party. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Is it a good idea to show the chat on RuneScape? I mean, I guess you don't really have a choice, right? Because the chat is where the questing you was, right? I mean, you probably could do... you could just click this if you wanted to hide it. I see. That's all good. Going follow Iron Man effectively guides or play blind. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. So I know there's like quest helpers in the game. I'm gonna try to just not use anything for now. Like, it would be cool to just no add-ons, just play. And if it feels like, oh, this is like ridiculously too hard, I would maybe get something. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Just like, how does it look like if you just play? You know, like maybe it's not gonna be that bad. I mean, I've quested a lot of WoW. You know, like 30,000 hours. How hard can it be to quest in RuneScape? Maybe it will just make sense. Okay, so that guy said go Lumbridge and talk to someone. Lumbridge guide. Look, we talked to Lumbridge guy. There he is. Map is OP. Alright, there we go. Where can I find a quest to go on? That's lucky. I need someone to do a quest for me. Before starting this quest, be aware that your combat level is lower than the recommended level of 10. Okay, then maybe I shouldn't do this. Continue, you told me, because I wouldn't know. Okay, so this place, maybe not a good idea. Nice hat. Thank you. It's pretty ordinary cook's hat, really. Still suits you. The trousers are pretty special, too. Why am I flirting with the cook right now? Is this gonna help me get stronger? It's all the standards cook issue uniform. The whole hat, apron, stripy trousers, ensemble. It works. It make you look like real cook. I am a real cook. Why is he mad at me, bro? Like, what is this? I haven't got time to be chatting about culinary fashion. I am in desperate need of help. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm in a terrible, terrible mess. It's the Duke's birthday today, and I should be making him a lovely big birthday cake. I've forgotten to buy the ingredients. I'll never get them in time now. He'll suck me. What will I do? I have 4 children and a goat to look after. Would you help me, please? Start the cook's assistant quest. Okay, so picking the nice hat option was the right one. Or maybe they all lead to this.
It all leads to it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I need milk, an egg, and flour. I'll be very grateful if you can get them for me. But where do I find these ingredients then? There is a mill ferry close to go north and then west. Flour equals mill north and then west. Talk to Millie, she will help. She's a lovely girl and a fine miller. Make sure you take a pot with you for the flour though. You've got one on you already. Okay. Alright, that's flour. So this is just one quest and it's already like confusing, man. Jesus. I mean, maybe it will just show on the map where I gotta go and then I don't need the notepad. What about milk? There's a cattle field on the side of the river. Talk to Jilly Groats. She looks after the dairy cows. She will tell you everything you need to know about milking cows. I gotta milk a cow? And now eggs. I normally get my eggs from the Groats farm, but any chicken should lay eggs. Alright, there we go. Jesus, man, this is kind of crazy, actually. Like, I'm used to just knowing where to go with the quests. But this is fine, right? Like, I've never played, so I should be confused, and I should struggle to find the quests. Like, this is normal. This place looks interesting, though. I'm gonna check what's inside. It might be... Oh, it's like a bar. Thought it was like a farm for a second. Shopkeeper. Attack Goblin level 2. Did I attack him? Yeah, I'm winning. Earth Rune, 24 GP. Ha, 8 GP. What does that mean? Ha. Alright, we killed that
Hi,
guy
Elk.
pretty easily. I mean, he did block my first attack. I was like a little spooked. Oh, 7. Guys, we're not gonna die to a level 2 goblin. So, let's say that I was dying right now. Would I be able to just run away? Oh, wait a minute. So, GE stands for Grand Exchange, right? But I'm a Iron Man, so it's probably just telling me the price of the auction house. But how does that help me, right? Like, if I vendor those bones, assuming you can do that, by the way, I wouldn't get the same amount of money. I guess I will kind of know that they're valuable or not. Ooh, there's cows here. Oh, we can steal an egg. Already got one of the 3 items. Crossed it off the list. I'm just gonna take all the eggs. Oh! Sorry, chicken. I'm trying to take your egg. How is this chicken blocking my attack? It doesn't make any sense. The chicken. Wait, my bags are almost full already. No way, man. This is so cooked. I no more killing stuff. No, I don't mean I was trying to move. Wait, guys, I'm gonna ask for help for this. So, is there a way for me to like click and move and not accidentally attack? Because like that's gonna get me killed, man. Bury the bones.
You should try PvP one day. It is surely easy in this point-and-click game. How hard could it be?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to do PvP right now. Currently, I'm working on Cook's Assistant. Wait, you can just open this. I didn't need a notepad, man. Like, why did I have a notepad? I can just open that and then I see where the quest is. So, is it like a skill issue that I accidentally click on chickens? Like, that's kind of crazy, actually. I have to, like, get used to just not spamming, because I'm used to spamming. That's a cow. Maybe attacking cow gives you milk? Or? Let's try to not be violent. Ooh, I have a theory. I'm gonna get close to the cow, open my bags, click the bucket of milk, and now click the cow. Maybe you want to do the one that moves. It's telling you she's ready. No, that didn't work. Yeah, that's not working. I mean, on the notepad, I wrote something. You gotta talk to Giddy. Ooh, this is the windmill. This is good. There she is. We found her. Hello, adventurer. Welcome to Mill Lane Mill. Can I help you? Making flour is pretty easy. First of all, you need to get some grain. Feel free to pick wheat. From our field, there's always seems to be plenty of them. Flour appears in the room here. You'll need a pot to put the flour into. One pot will hold the flour made by 1 load of grain. And that's it. That's it, guys. Like, this is one item for one quest right now. It's kind of confusing. But I think I understood. I gotta find wheat, climb the ladder, make the thing with the hopper, and then come down and pick it up and put in my pot. Inventory management seems to be an important thing in RuneScape. I have a lot
I used to watch him before we start this Sarah trip.
Wait, why is there milk here all of a sudden? There was no milk here and now there's milk. If I, like, can I just take this? Is this ethical? Like, did someone just drop the milk for me? I think this guy dropped the milk. Yeah, it's unethical if I take the milk. Unethical. Wait, let me just see what happens if I try to take the milk. I can't. Nice. So the game, like, doesn't let you. Oh, you can climb up higher. Yeah, boy. Oh!
Bergovich donated €3.
I don't know if I did it, man. This is insane. There it is. Okay, it worked. Jesus. Pot of flour is filled. So flour acquired, egg acquired, now milk. Wait, here it shows something called dairy cow. Ah, maybe I can just go there. Yeah, this cow right here. Milk. See, that cow, it says attack cow. We have an option to milk this cow. I never found where I was supposed to go, but that worked. So you just gotta know that the cow was milkable. Are you sure you can handle this game? I got this, guys. Like, honestly, I think we're off to a good start. We've gotten all the objectives for this quest. Now I just gotta go back. 2 hours to milk a cow. I just started on this quest. It's not been 2 hours, okay? Chef, I am back. Here's a pot of flour. Here's a fresh egg. You've brought me everything I need. I am saved. Thank you. So how do I get to go to the Duke's party? I'm afraid not. Only the big cheese get to dine with the Duke. Well, maybe one day I'll be important enough to sit on the Duke's table. Maybe, but I won't be holding my breath. Yeah, I'm not even cool enough. Congratulations! You have completed Cook's Assistant. You are rewarded 1 quest point and 300 cooking XP. Total quest points 1. Let's go, dude. Remember that quest that I looked at the beginning? It said you need 16 quest points. So 1 out of 16 for that quest. My combat level went up to 3.725 as well. Are there any quests I can do here? I fancy a bit of a fight. Anything dangerous? That's probably not the right choice. Yeah, let's pick something easy. I can tell you about plenty of small, easy tasks. Damn, so this guy has a lot of knowledge, a lot of quests. The Duke is confused over some strange talisman, and on top of that, poor lad Romeo in Varrock has girlfriend problems. What? Let's go help the guy with his girlfriend. That sounds cool. Wait, that's like another city. I don't know about, like, is this a good idea? Maybe this is not a quest I should do. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, right? So, it's like, should I be grinding mobs and shit? Like, you think I should just go and, like, kill a lot of goblins, get a lot of XP, get my combat skill up? Or do I just quest? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it seems... Normally you just quest, right? Like, questing involves doing stuff that would get you stronger anyway. It's better to quest and also do stuff while you're questing versus only doing stuff. But maybe that's not how RuneScape works. I don't know. And while you just quest and you level up. Maybe in RuneScape you grind and then you quest. I don't know. I'm gonna do this quest, but for all I know, this is gonna get me killed. Alright, let's go help Romeo. 1 quest at a time, so I don't get overwhelmed. Can now cook a heading. Alright. Well, I'm dead! Oh my god, bro. I thought I was dead. This guy... There was something on top of me and its health bar was so low. I know I did that on purpose, man. He did that on purpose, bro. Listen, Zanza, it's not food time, okay? Can I just cook this cat? I would get 99 cooking, right? Instantly. Right. Move away, fatty. Okay, I think these mobs wouldn't just attack me, so it's fine. You need a wood cutting level of 15 to chop down this tree. Oh, so not all trees are the same. Security book, newcomer map. I'm gonna purchase a newcomer map because I'm a newcomer, and that makes sense. That was not worth it. Wait. Oh. I mean, it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. All right, so we learned how to vendor and how to value stuff at the vendor, and we bought something. That's good. Progress. Dude, there was an imp here, and a despawn. Was that like rare? Oh, there it is. I want to kill this imp. Look at this insane combat, guys. And we are getting stronger when we attack. See, combat level goes up. Whoa! Wait, he's running away. Come back here, boy. Sneaky imp. Come on. I'm not attacking an imp again, unless he gives a lot of gold. I got a hat! Blue wizard hat! Oh my god, is that rare? No way! Dude, that's so cool! Does it always drop that? No, you guys are just trolling. You're saying it's 1 in 20k chance. But it matches the set now, yeah. 275 average price. Alright, I'm gonna ask a question, guys. So what is a HA? It says HA value? Is that like just like a normal vendor? High alchemy. Yeah, I'm too low B to know what that means, but okay. So high, the HA being higher is good or bad? Because everything HA looks low. HA2? Good. Okay, so HA1 is bad. But I mean, I didn't expect that imp to drop an item. That was kind of sick, actually. Like, right now, the hardest thing I'm having in this game by far is moving. Moving is weird. I'm not used to moving like this. And I think that might be the hardest thing, honestly, to get used to. Like going from, like, WoW. Because, I mean, with WoW, I move with my mouse most of the time, but it's like, it's not like click to move, really, you know? Wait, catch Ninja Impling. What? Is that like a pet? You need to be Hunter level 84 to catch this. 84. How long would it take to get Hunter level 84? 80 hours? 80 hours for that. Okay, that's not that bad. But the max is 99, and I'm just guessing that the last few levels probably take by far the longest. Alright, so now we've arrived somewhat in Varrock. What I should do is like check my quest thingy. Wait, have I not started the quest? No, he's telling me about the quest. I haven't started the quest because he's like, yo, that guy has a quest for you. So I gotta find Romeo. I should have opened the notepad and wrote down like where he actually is. Evil Bob. Ah! Fuck. No, bro, I'm not gonna die already, man. Like, wait. Is it, am I good now? Is it reset? Okay, I shouldn't be here, man. I shouldn't be here. Classic. Yeah, see, I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I just came here because the guy said there's a quest, but no. Like, for sure, I should stay in the beginning and level up my skills, right? Maybe quests are not, like, super important, though. I feel like I could just grind mobs, grind trees and stuff like that, and get stronger that way, you know? Like, maybe it's not, like, where you get most of your XP from quests. But that one cooking quest we did give, like, 300 cooking XP. Climb the rough wall. Oh, what is this? It's like a puzzle. Or like a little bit of a...
Bro is doing agility.
Agility is by actually doing what I'm doing. Yeah, it's going up. Ah, see, I thought I was gonna talk to a guy and he's like, yeah, here's your agility quest, but you just do some parkour. Yo, that's sick, dude. Nice! Congratulations, you have advanced in agility level. We're now agility level 2. You get 100% energy in 4 minutes. Can I, like, do that again? No, right? It's gone. It's not on the minimap anymore. Wait, let's see if it gives XP. No way, it still gives, bro. Wait, do I just keep doing this? There's no way. Is this how you do? This is insane. Like, I just click these things and I gain agility. There are people that will do this for hours just to, like, get high agility or what. Like, surely it works in a way where you couldn't, like, stay in this spot and maximize it, right? It would, like, simply... It would, like, cap out at some point. But, like, hey, this spot is only for low-level agility. You can, but it's not efficient. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I'm gonna do this until... Oh, it's red. Red is good. Wait, why is red good? Red means you can die? No, you cannot die doing this. Mark of Grace. 7.9 thousand GP? Already level 4? Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. Oh yeah, so the red was just showing me that that was available. Bro, this is really good, by the way. Like, this is the easiest profession to level, I think. Like, when should I stop doing this? Because it's never...
After 99 agility.
99 agility? Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna work like this. I thought I would come and have like a quest that takes 2 hours, and then maybe I get 2 agility for it. But I just gotta click these boxes, and then sometimes I get an item. Now it's tied to my cooking. Man, is RuneScape like the kind of game that you play while watching like a movie on the second monitor?
Yes.
And you're just clicking through this for like the whole like Lord of the Rings trilogy, then you're like, oh, I'm like 80 agility now. Yeah, I feel that. Full attention is required. I don't think you need full attention for this. It's going up fast though. Like, I'm gonna do this until it slows down a bit. Like, but because I feel like agility is important, right? The more agility you have, the longer it takes for you to start walking. And that's gonna be better for everything else. Like, this might be the most important profession to level, like, at this point. Plus 79. Chat, it is slowing down a bit now. Yeah, it is slowing down a little bit. Let's get it up to 10. Is this the easiest profession to level, guys? Because you don't have to fight, you don't have... You just click boxes. It's not. It's the worst one. I mean, yeah, I could see this not being fun if you spend, like, hours doing it, right? There we go. At level 10 agility. You can now cross the rope swing to Moss Giant Island and use the Corsair Cove shortcut. Oh, it's like an attunement almost. Maybe you can't go there any other way. Alright, guys.
I like how he calls it an attunement.
Now in RuneScape. We're gonna work on our mining skill. Currently, my mining skill is level 3. I need to raise it up. But the point of leveling up the mining skill, so I can craft weapons, which is also another profession. So then I'll level up my smithing skill that way. And then with better weapons, I can level up my defense, my strength, and my attack, I think. While by attacking, like, I guess these rats. I mean, I'm just guessing that it works that way. I don't know. Maybe you don't level all 3 at the same time. Let's go to the scammer guy. Ready to scam me, buddy? Value is 9 coins. Value is 8 coins. Value is still 8 coins. Value is 7. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty good. That's okay. I'm at 53 coins now. You can have my shrimp as well. All right, 55 coins total. I wonder if I won any of this. It's like a spade. Shears. I mean, this could be useful for some herbing, right? Playing like a boomer. Dude, listen, buddy. All right. Maybe I'm not doing things the exact way they should be done, but at least we're getting somewhere, okay? I think for just starting playing today, it's been pretty good. 66 skill levels, okay? It's very confusing, though, because there's so many, like, side quests, I feel like, and I'm trying to, like, not get baited by too much and, like, do things, like, one step at a time. What are you doing in my land? You're not the one who keeps leaving all my gates open and letting out all my sheep, are you? You're after a quest, you say. Actually, I could do with a bit of help. Yeah, that's it. Bring me 20 balls of wool, and I'm sure I could sort out some sort of payment. There we go. Wait. I didn't like it. Yeah, you don't always get some, it looks like. I'm just gonna fill the bags with this. That's part of the play. Oh yeah, sheep shearer. I had to collect 20 balls of wool. Okay, so 20 would be all my backspace. Minus 1. Yeah. Assuming each one of these is 1. Oh, so you're saying each one is 2. Yeah, I just got a little extra, it's fine. Might as well fill the bags, right? And boss, yeah. I mean, that was fine. Like, we sheared the sheep. Now the next step is to go to that castle again. And there's a wheel, and you, like, make wool. And then you give him back the wool, and he's gonna reward me with XP. Oh my god, you can turn the camera like this, and then you easily see it. It's all about perspective, bro. Oh, I remember clicking this earlier and thinking it's like a gambling. I thought this was gambling. What would you like to spin? And it would spin and give you a random thing. Like, like, so I clicked like I want gold wool, bro. Like, oh my god. Oh man. Okay. That's crazy actually. Fred, I've seen the thing. I've not seen the thing, but I have given you the things, right? I have some balls of wool. Give them here. And he took almost all of them. I guess I better pay you then. Yeah, you better pay me, buddy. I had to go spend 5 minutes shearing sheep and then go all the way there, you know, to make the things and come back and give them to you. I must get some reward. Yes. Plus 150 crafting XP, 60 coins, 1 quest point. That is my second quest, by the way. But that's a lot of rewards, though. And crafting skill went from 1 to 3. Jumped level 2. Members can now craft cups and polished buttons. What's happening? I think that was my game glitching out or something. Okay, what do I do now? Is there some spurg following me? Hey, I'm gonna catch you, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What's it called? The thing that I turned entity hider. I see you. That's somebody. I saw you. He's level. See? You think I don't know, bro? You think I don't know? There's some bunny doing fireworks. Like what? What? My God, bro.
He'll drop anything but a goddamn fucking ACB for me, and I know that God Sword Shard is literally like a lower drop chance, so I would have had a better time trying to fucking like actually get what I came here for, but okay.
So, I've been playing RuneScape for about a week now.
That's good.
And 1 second. I have to move my character across this line so I don't stop hitting these crabs. Okay, good to go. This all started because I noticed that a lot of my friends weren't logging into World of Warcraft anymore. And I started wondering, where did they go? I started noticing that they all started playing old school RuneScape. And I thought to myself,
Yeah.
really? We're gonna go from this to this?
Yeah.
But here's the cool part. It doesn't matter what the game looks like because the game is good. And after a few days, you just play it and you totally forget about the graphics altogether.
This was Sardaka right here. Looking at all the fun we're having outside. Yeah.
So I think before I start playing, I should look up some advice.
If all these WoW players are
Joker
so
as well. Yeah, Joker started playing too. I actually shamelessly stole that joke from Joker because I was watching this morning. So hey, it is what it is. Joker literally started playing as well. After my man has been prepping for Mr. I just think 54 ranged. After Joker has been he's been prepping for Mr. Pandaria for a month. And then 4 days before Mob comes out, he starts playing RuneScape.
popping was going to play RS, what they need to do is make a goal for themselves. Big quest or get a fire cape or something, and then they're truly going to enjoy it.
Okay, set myself a goal and start playing. Day 1, become an archer. One thing cool about RuneScape is they drop you off on a tutorial island. So I had to run around all these stations. It kind of teaches you the basics of the game, and then at the end, you're left with a choice. Do I want to go into the world as a normal player, a Iron Man, hardcore Iron Man, and then there's this option, Ultimate Iron Man.
Yeah, you're a psychopath if you do this.
This one is for masochists who love pain.
Yes.
Like this guy, who tortures himself by locking himself to a zone where he can never leave.
Settled.
No trading, no auction house, and no bank.
Settled.
That sounds terrible. I chose hardcore Iron Man. I figured, why not play the game as hardcore, and when I die, I'll just continue as normal.
Yep.
So what I wanted to do to become an archer, I knew I was going to need a bow and some ammo. In order to make ammo, you have to kill chickens to get feathers, you have to chop wood to get logs, then you need a knife, which you have to get from a general store, and then you have to use the knife on the logs to make arrow shafts, and then you have to attach the feathers to the arrow shafts, and then you're going to need to go do mining, and then you need to smelt those bars, and then you need to use a hammer on the bars and smith them into arrowheads, and then attach the arrowheads to the unfinished arrow shafts.
This is so unintuitive as a new player, by the way. The whole game is so overwhelming, but once you get a hang of it, it's so good.
That was like 5 or 6 different skills that I just used so that I could have arrows. That's one thing that RuneScape is really good at. Intertwining the skills. In order to do this, you need to do this. And in order to do that, you need to do this. And if you want to do that, you have to do this first. I very quickly found out that that is the entire game of RuneScape. And for
But honestly, that's what makes it so fun, dude. Because you always have a goal. You know, you gotta level up your fire making to go to do the desert treasure, and to do that, you gotta level your wood cutting. To level the wood cutting, you gotta do this and then do that, and then it's just fun. It's like you always have something you're doing.
For the most part of the game, in the early game, you should just be doing quests.
Yep.
When you quest, you actually just get a bucket load of experience that pushes you through all the early levels. So I started knocking out as many quests as possible. And of course, what's the best way to knock out as many quests as possible in the early game? Safe spotting. This is a term that I learned very quickly.
Yeah.
You can kill mobs that are much higher than you in RuneScape. So in order to safe spot, you need to play a range class. Range is not very good, so magic is OP at first, so everyone goes magic right off the start. And then you start safe spotting these quests that give you a ton of experience, and before you know it, by the end of the first day, you're at level 40 attack, and...
Okay, no I wasn't. Sardako, you're level 40 because you're like using Quest Helper and you're giga metagaming, okay? I barely got 2 quests done on my first day, okay? Like, but that's fine. Again, dude, do however you want. If you think it's fun using the Quest Helper, do it. Just send it, right?
You haven't even hit anything with your sword yet. I'm on a hardcore character and I'm trying not to die. So I go to this quest called Witch's House. I get in there and I have to try to figure out this safe spot. So what you're supposed to do is look up the area on the ground where the safe spot is and then figure out how to move the mob. And the mobs are really blocky. They kind of move around like left, right, up, down. They don't really move diagonally very much. You can hide on the other side of a pile of bones or
at some point
or wood plank or something like that. And since it's a 20-year-old game, they can't move over the wood plank, so you can just kill them by safe spotting them if you can find a spot where they can't attack you and you can attack them. In my experience, that was most of the early game, was just not really figuring out how to beat the boss, but figuring out how to safe spot it so you can just auto-attack it until it dies. And since magic is the best option for safe spotting, I was going to need money for runes. So how was I going to get gold? It turns out Jagex has a big problem with scammers. So they decided to do this whole tutorial in the game where if you take this quiz about how to not get scammed and you make it all the way to the end, they give you 10,000 gold. But there's a catch.
I don't know if did this always give gold? I love the way that they're doing these kind of things, right? The game doesn't take itself too seriously in a way, which is awesome.
There's a bunch of higher level mobs in there that can kill you. So I found a bunch of level 126s that hadn't done the quest yet, and I had to go help them as a level 1. And with my help, they were able to make it through all the scary mobs and get the loot chest at the end. And by the time I got finished with all of it, I had 10,000 gold.
This was really fucking scary though. When I did this, I was losing my goddamn mind.
To me, all these level 126s had 10,000 gold as well.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is called teamwork. Now that I had my 10,000 gold, I went straight to the magic shop, got myself an air staff, and 2,000 mine runes.
Did he just... I saw Grayson spent... Are these called... What are these? Chaos runes? I saw Grayson spent 80,000 gold on Chaos runes the other night. For whatever reason.
Time to start knocking out these quests. And the first thing that you do before you start knocking out quests is you download this add-on, Quest Helper. Because no one can figure out RuneScape quests.
Sardaku, come on, man. Come on, man. Use that brain. You got a big brain, man. Listen, brother. You got a big brain. You can do it, man. Hey, we got that shit, guys. We got that shit. And yes, before you say anything, I do get a little bit of help from the chat. Yes, I do. But I think it's fun, man. I think personally it's fun. But to each their own, guys. To each their own. You know, Goozoo's the best ad for Quest Helper. That's so true, actually. Hey, listen. I do as much as I possibly can, blind. And then when I get stuck, I get help, right?
Especially this room with the levers. Witch's House was my first challenge. And I almost died. I didn't realize that there was 4 mobs I was going to have to kill. And the first initial safe spot that I found only worked on the first 2 mobs. And then I had to find another safe spot for the next 2 mobs. And I almost died.
Move more south?
Recruitment drive was hard, yeah. Like
this way?
Like 2 to 3 hours of questing, I went from level 1 combat to level 40.
That's insane.
You're telling me I skipped over every weapon in the game and I went straight to rune in 3 hours? What are all these other weapons even in the game for? There's like...
This is how the game works, man. It is what it is.
Like bronze, iron, steel, black, adamant, mithril. I didn't use any of
yeah, it's for free to play. I guess that's true, chat. That makes sense, yeah. Free to play players.
Those. So since I can use rune, I had to go get a rune weapon. Turns out there's one mob that's really easy to farm that drops rune weapon, the Zammy Warriors.
Oh.
So
I didn't farm these.
I went to go farm Zammy Warriors. These bad boys have a 1 in 50 drop rate. But nobody has time to sit there and kill 50 of these things, so I did it in 40.
You're like, oh, take... Got it! Got it!
Okay, dude.
Let's go, baby. Let's go!
It
only took 40.
Yeah, that's fine.
This to me was the most fun thing in the game. Killing mobs with a chance of getting rare loot. And you can sit there and kill as many of them as you want. While you're killing them, you're getting combat XP, and you have a chance to get really good loot that can help you get stronger, and it sells for good money. The
dopamine from drops is so good in this game. Like, it's so addicting, man.
This to me is the game loop that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
In World of Warcraft, in order to get good loot, you have to raid. And the raids have lockout, so you can only do them once per week.
Gated.
In this game, you can kill the bosses over and over and over for a chance at getting rare loot. I love this game
What's up,
design
Orhan?
in RuneScape. It's great for people who want to sit around and kill mobs all day long for a chance at getting something big. Immediately, I knew I had found my calling in the game. I want to become strong enough at combat to kill the biggest mobs in the game and get the biggest loot. At the end
That's a
of
really
day
good
one,
goal.
I had achieved something great. I had finished
In World of Warcraft, Sardako is a really big, like, PvEer, like PvMer. He likes raiding, he loves that shit. That's like what he does. He's fucking dog shit at PvP. Absolutely horrible, but he's really good at PvE.
so many quests that give you a ton of experience. I had killed a rare mob and I'd gotten my rune Simtar and 40 kills. And it felt awesome. The next day, I woke up and I did the exact same thing. I set myself a new goal. And on day 2, I realized I was gonna have to do a lot more quests that give me a lot more experience. And in order to move around the map efficiently, I was gonna need a way to get around. So, I needed to unlock something called the Ardy Cloak and gliders.
Oh, yeah.
Gliders are these things that can take you from one location to
used these
another,
much.
and they can take you to about 5 different points around the map. And the Ardy Cloak is a free, infinite amount of teleports that always takes you to Ardy.
It's
Apparently,
so
people
good.
call it Ardy because no one can agree on how to say Arduggy. That's how I pronounce
Ardun.
it. In order to do a lot of the kill quests, you need 43 prayer. If you have 43 prayer, this is protect from melee, and you can run through any mobs or any bosses in the game, and as long as you have this prayer on, you're just not taking any damage at all.
I mean, actually, I think there are some that you still will take damage from, right? I don't think it's like fully like that, but yeah.
Not only that, but apparently there's prayer potions which you could just restore your prayer infinitely. So you're just immune to damage. Yeah, I need to level my prayers. I needed to do all the quests that will help me level my prayer.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones is Holy Grail.
Oh, fuck this quest. Oh, I hated this quest. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks. Oh, I forgot this quest existed. Holy, this quest pissed me off so much. This took me like 4 hours. Oh, this quest was so obnoxious. Holy crap.
This is when I came across the Black Knight
The
Titan.
bell.
This would be my first encounter with the term flinching.
It
We
was
already
good in
learned safe
retrospect,
spotting,
but-
we had to take our combat skills up a level and learn how to flinch. Flinching is a technique where you run in and hit the mob and then run away before he can hit you. You can abuse different corners or different places where you get the mob stuck in the game, but as long as you hit him without him hitting you, then it's a successful flinch. And you usually have to do this with melee. It turns out if you can successfully safe spot and flinch, then you can kill most of the bosses in early RuneScape.
He's not even flinching. Yeah, he's not doing it right. You need to wait for the mob's HP bar to remove itself from above the NPC, and then you can go in and flinch. Because essentially you're waiting for the mob to reset, and then you're attacking the mob and then going back out. So he's actually doing it incorrectly, but that's fine.
Day 3.
It doesn't matter for that mob right there. I know, but that, you know, it's a bad example to show it. I'm just letting you guys know.
Next goal was to unlock the fairy rings. Fairy rings are these little circles around the map, and they can take you just about anywhere you want to go.
Yes.
And for some reason, in order to unlock the fairy rings, you have to do a quest
You can flinch on aggro range as well. Okay, okay.
called The Riveting Tale of a Common Labor
Good
Dispute.
quest.
This might be my favorite quest that I've ever done in a video game. The lore about the dispute between this human and these 3 frogs
Okay, I don't know about that, but it's good.
surpasses any lore in all of Shadowlands. No spoilers, but I still can't believe I murdered that frog. Twice. And then it was time to do the very last pre-quest before the fairy tale rings. The Lost City. I was too lazy to go and fish myself up or buy some better food, so I just stole some cakes from the stall and decided to send it anyways. Most of the bosses in this game can be safe spotted, so I figured the quest helper would just tell me where to stand. This quest requires you to kill a pretty high level boss, but if you know where to stand, it's super easy because you can just safe spot him. I had found a way to safe spot all these other bosses pretty easily, so I went into it thinking I was gonna be fine. But immediately I entered the room and this guy started trucking me. He hit me so hard, I started panicking looking for the safe spot.
It tells him as well at the top right, but I guess
West Mushroom.
you need to let it get stuck.
I don't know where it is, boys.
Thank you, quest.
Could be it for me.
Why didn't he go in here with
West
a teleport?
Mushroom.
Is what I'm wondering.
Was that it?
Bro, I would just run. Like, just fucking...
Might be it for me, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, he had it equipped. Yeah, I remember.
I ended up dying and I lost my hardcore status.
Yep.
And after I died, I decided I was gonna do what anyone who just lost their hardcore status would do. Hit the wilderness and go slay level 252 black lava dragons for dragon bones so that I can run them to the altar for massive prayer XP and extremely rare chances at loot.
Dude, this is... If I die at some point on my hardcore Iron Man, I need to go to the wilderness. I just need to do it. I am hardcore avoiding Wildy. It is insane. I'm so scared of that place.
In order to do this, I needed a squad that could show me where to go. So I found those level 126s again that needed help with the tutorial.
Oh god.
And I escorted them to the Black Lava.
I don't know if I'm up for a Hellhound task. I just did Cerberus like the other day. How many did I kill? That took me multiple streams.
With some friends watching. So I sat there and I killed a bunch of them over and over and over with my level 1 airstrike.
This is a cool video, actually.
These guys couldn't kill these dragons. They needed a level 43 that had the air staff and the wizard hat.
Where's my server? Okay, I killed 157 of these things, and it took me like 3 streams to do. I don't know. I think we're gonna skip this. At CBA right now.
Lava dragons a little bit too long.
Because he says he's already played before.
Gonna get something?
Rune Helm full. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go.
Is that what I'm trying to make? With my ring? Oh, I'm so dead.
Bloodfields, I guess. Yeah, they have superiors. I'll go kill those.
Sometimes was him like trying really hard to be edgy and stuff, but I think when he's just being himself a bit more, it's more entertaining, right?
I'm dead, boys. It's so over for me.
Oh shit.
I'm dead.
Yep. Sit noob.
I think he two-shot me. I had no chance of living.
Okay.
And all of my max level escorts couldn't even hit him because this guy was too low. We probably should have gotten out of there a lot sooner. I lost all my dragon bones, everything in my loot bag, all of my runes, but I got to keep my rune helm and my rune hatchet.
Oh, so that goes
So
super
it was
nice.
still
He's
100%
good.
worth. There's a system in RuneScape where if you die, you don't actually lose everything. You get to keep your 3 most valuable items.
This is good.
I'd call that a pretty successful
And you can run
day
back to your
for
corpse to get your
At
shit.
the start of day 4, I had to set myself another goal. So, why not keep it going with the dragons and go for dragons?
That's a good goal.
There was only one problem.
I like that.
In order to do Dragon Slayer, you had to buy a few items, and I had just lost my air staff, which was 1,500 gold, and then I lost all my mind runes as well.
Pyramid?
So I didn't have any money to buy any more runes,
Or
so I was
wine.
gonna need to make some money. So I decided to become a wine smuggler. In Varlamore, there's
I've
a
never done this. I never did the wine thing.
really rare wine that spawns at the top of this building. And if you wait there long enough, you can get a full bag of them. Or you can switch worlds, which I would never abuse that. And once you have a
Part
full
of it.
bag of them, you can take it across the sea to the wine merchant. Smuggling a full bag of these into her shop will net you 20,000 gold. Guess who's
What? Wait, is that lucrative?
not broke anymore? I went back to the magic shop in Varrock, and I picked myself up a water staff this time, since
It's 400k an hour?
dragons are weak to water. After doing all the prereqs for the Dragon
that's
Slayer
fine.
quest, I was ready. I repaired the ship, found a captain, and set sail for the island.
I got
Time to
agility
take
though.
down the dragon who's been
Thank you,
plaguing
Randy
this
Marshall
island for
Prime.
centuries. And when I came face to face with this dragon, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, same. Actually, same. I've done one small favor quest, yeah, I have. We brought so little food to this.
This guy hurts.
Oh, shit.
Why is he hitting so hard?
He's not praying as well.
Protect from magic?
Oh, that's the only one he has. Oh, you... Oh.
Holy shit.
He was
Is that the chip
absolutely
damage?
trucking me, and I was panicking. I was scrambling around this room, trying to find the safe spot. I thought I found it in the corner, but every time I would attack him with magic, he would just shoot me over the safe spot. And once again, I had cakes. And I ended up dying. Again.
I think I watched it a while back,
No!
Judas.
I tried to use Chronicle.
Second death, huh?
Side note, when you die in this game, it's actually not that bad. You just talk to the guy, and he gives you all of your stuff back. Apparently, it gets
Wait,
worse
really?
like later game when you have a lot more money because then you have to buy your stuff back. But my stuff's not worth anything right
Third.
now, so
Oh.
in the early game, you just get all of your stuff back for free.
Oh,
If I was gonna go back and fight this dragon,
I don't
needed
die,
some
so I
real
don't know
food.
about this.
I found a shop on this island that sold lobsters,
this
sharks,
Shotacco?
and karambwans. And apparently, these karambwans, you can stack them on top of other food, so you can eat a lobster and a karambwan at the same time, and it's like double food. So if you weave these in, you can basically top your health bar at any point in time. Okay, let's do this again. This time I was ready. I went back in there, And this time, instead of just going in blind, I actually looked up how to flinch this guy this time. It turns out magic is not the way to go on this guy.
I went full melee. I giga chat stance this, man.
I'm gonna melee flinch him on a corner spot. At the end of day 4, I had become a Dragon Slayer. I should have known to look this up beforehand.
Dude, this was like week 2 for me. Dude, that's crazy how much faster he's done it. Holy shit.
Because the same thing happened to me on this boss as the Tree Spirit boss. RuneScape is not a hard game if you know what you're doing. Unfortunately for me, I have no idea what I'm doing. Day 5, my goal for today?
What?
Monkey Madness. Highly recommended for this quest that you have some stamina.
This took me 5 hours to do, man. This quest was so fucking hard to do.
Stamina or prayer potions. However, I don't have any of those. So we're just gonna wing it. This quest line requires you to trick the king of the monkeys into letting you destroy his secret weapon. Of course, his secret weapon is a massive demon. And when it was time to slay this demon, you know exactly what I did. I went in way underprepared and got smoked.
Dude, he hit so hard. He's gonna get hit by it? Oh, look at that damage! Oh!
So what happened there?
So hard.
I got smoked so hard, I had to TP out. Back to the drawing board. And so I did what I did with the last 2 bosses that I couldn't beat. I looked up how to beat it. Turns out there's a safe spot across the bridge. But you do have to land the last hit on him, otherwise he regens health.
There's so many ways you can... I'm not gonna use the word cheese, because I feel like it's a part of the game. But it's like, dude, if you know all these things, man, it's crazy how much you can, like, bypass. We call it cheese? Is it cheesing? Alright, fair enough. But I mean, it's crazy. It's insane, man. You can do so much shit.
Was coming down to the wire with the amount of food that I had in prayer.
I think I just gotta get lucky. Got him. Me. Yes. Yes. We got the RNG, boys.
It's the old quest.
After 5 days of a non-stop questing, unlocking the Ardy Cave, the gliders, the fairy rings, beating Dragon Slayer, slaying dragons in level 40 wilderness, I was ready to finally start leveling my ranged. I knocked out the Demon Slayer quest, defeated Agrith in the Shadow of the Storm, and then it was time for the Lost Tribe. Now, the Lost Tribe quest, if you want to be an archer, gives you an item called the Bone Crossbow. And the Bone Crossbow shoots bone cross bolts.
Right there.
And the vendor sells an unlimited amount of these things.
That's the one.
Apparently, this is the meta for all players who want to level their ranged in the early game. And once you unlock the greatest bow in the early game, you're going to need the greatest backpack to go with it. The reason this backpack is so good is every time you shoot a bolt, it goes in the ground. Then you have to walk over to it and pick it up. And if you don't walk over to it and pick it up, then the bolt disappears forever. Before you know it, you've used 1,000 bolts in the last 10 minutes and they're all gone. So what this backpack does, it actually reduces the amount of bolts that go on the ground, and it automatically picks up the ones on the ground for you.
Actually.
This backpack is a game changer. I can't even imagine playing the game without it. That's how good this thing is. At the end of day 5, I had beat Monkey Madness, unlocked the Bone Crossbow, and I had acquired the Ava's backpack. And I had leveled my range all the way up to 37. Day 6 of becoming the greatest archer the world has ever seen. If you're gonna be the greatest archer, you're gonna need some gear. First things first, I had to level from 37 to 40, which I did on the crabs. Now that we had 40 range, we had to get some swag. The green dragon hide set gives you plus accuracy to range, so we're gonna need a full set of that. Check me out. Full green dragon hide set, Ava's backpack, and bone crossbow. Looking pretty good at the start of day 6, boys. Some weapons in the game have a special attack, but if you're gonna unlock them, you have to do the quest in order to unlock the special ability. This weapon's special attack unlocks after doing Death to Dorshigan. Really?
I don't remember that being a thing. I'm pretty sure every weapon that has a special attack, you just do it. Like I didn't have to do a quest to have the ability to special attack with the whip or the SGS. It's a bit of misinformation there.
Quest involved a girl who has a special scar on her head, and then there's a snake that gives the girl a prophecy that says whenever the scar lights up, the girl's supposed to go back to the snake and talk to her to find out what to do next. Is this sounding a little bit like Harry Potter to anyone else? Anyways, the girl ended up dying, but then her head was glowing, so I took her body to the snake, and the snake got to revive her because it wasn't her time to die yet. That's pretty epic. You know what else is epic?
Dude. Come on, whatever, man.
Epic.
Call Sadik some girl? Yeah, Sadik is just some girl. Man,
Imp Catcher quest.
Unbelievable.
This quest gives an amulet of accuracy. And I need to be able to be as accurate as possible if I'm going to be the best ranger alive. So I started smacking imps. Hundreds of them.
It's Sardaco talking about his experience with the game so far. I thought it would be pretty interesting because he's a new WoW player as well. It's actually quite a nice video. He's structuring it quite well. It's fun to see his experience with the game because it's very different from mine.
And the white bead is impossible to find. Wait, never mind. Just kidding. I found it. Boom. Amulet of Accuracy acquired. Day 7. My final day of week 1 playing RuneScape. Today, I wanted to do something massive. Something monumental. I wanted to go for the rune crossbow. There's only one problem.
I know exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna kill the deranged or whatever crazy archaeologist in like level 15 wilderness. That's how I got my first rune crossbow on the iron.
In order to get the rune crossbow, you have to kill the crazy archaeologist, who's in level 22 of the wilderness. This is just outside the range of being able to teleport out. In the wilderness, you can teleport out from level 1 to 20. So anything past that, you actually have to run to a certain point in order to get out. Okay. So I was going to be in the danger zone. I also wasn't strong enough to fight this guy straight up.
Oh, that's the book boss. He's in my tier list. I put him in the last tier.
You're gonna have to try.
I mean, he's really fucking easy if Sardaco can kill him for sure, yeah.
Find a way to safe spot this guy. I found a guide that if you move in a very, very specific order, you can actually get this guy stuck on a tree and then you can safe spot him. But he occasionally moves in and out and you'll lose your safe spot, so then you have to do it again. It took me a while to get it down good, but I was able to successfully safe spot this guy, and I started killing him. I can't make this up, but the first 2 kills on this guy, I got the red dragonhide body. The red dragonhide body, you can use it at 50 range. Once I got these, I went back to Ferox and put them in the bank immediately. It was all going smooth, and then the gankers started showing up. And if you are going to stream your content in the wilderness, you have to know that you're going to get ganked. Yeah. I just didn't think I was going to get ganked by my own clan. Savix.
Sir Savix!
That's so
Savix,
good.
you bitch!
That's so good.
Savix! Savix, you bitch! I'm getting...
Savix is a he's a degen, guys. Savix is an absolute degen.
Freaking... Why can't I attack him? Guys, what is going on, Savix?
That's so good.
You bitch! You're freaking sniping me!
That's so good.
He's trying to melee me, dude!
He's fucking
Go back to WoW, noob! What level are you? 81? Jesus, bro!
Yeah.
Savix!
Go back to WoW,
stream
noob.
sniping loser!
Luckily for me, Savix didn't know anything about the game. He didn't know that the wilderness had levels to it and he couldn't attack me if I ran 2 levels down. He also didn't know about snares. Nice.
Bro, he didn't know that either, probably. He did that accidentally. There's no way he knew that on purpose. No, I don't believe that.
Try Savix. Hey, if you're gonna farm in the wilderness, people are gonna come gank you, especially if you're doing it on stream. So eventually I did end up dying. However, I didn't let that stop me. I kept going. I ran back to the spot and I kept farming. And eventually the Amulet of Power dropped. These 3 items will increase how hard I hit, or they'll increase my accuracy with the bow. And after about 38 kills, it finally happened.
We have the ammo. Rune crossbow.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That's pretty lucky,
Get me out of here. Boys, I love all of you. Protect me with your life. Let's freaking go. RCB, baby. We got it. Go back. There was 2. 2.
Wait, he had 2 drops.
I got 2. I got 2 rune crossbows in the same one.
No, pretty sure it drops 2 at a time, I'm pretty sure.
I was freaking out so hard, I grabbed the rune crossbow and started sprinting back to Ferox.
He drops 2, always. What?
I didn't realize that this guy, when he drops the rune crossbow, he drops 2 of them. One hell of a day 7. After a week of playing RuneScape, I can fully say that I am definitely addicted to this game. I think one of the best parts about it is you have so much to look forward to every time that you log in.
I agree.
It also has one of the best communities that I've ever seen.
It's been really welcoming, and I agree, dude. I love... Every day I log into this game, I have something to do. And that's what I really loved when I was really, like, with WoW. WoW is the best when you have goals and we have things to do. And I have something to do every day. There's always something I can work on, and I love it.
are extremely helpful, and they really just want you to enjoy the game as much as they do. I really like that Jagex listens to the player base, and they have a voting system that whatever change that they're trying to make has to receive a 70% vote from the players.
That's cool.
All the grindy stuff that you have to do in the game doesn't feel as bad because you know it's a permanent server.
True.
And this server is not going anywhere. You're not going to lose your progress. There's not going to be a new raid that comes out that makes all of your old gear useless.
Actually, that has happened recently. I know I have Banjo's gear, and it used to be Bis, but a new boss came out that drops like Torva, which is now the new Bis. So it's like, well, fuck me, I guess there goes my progress. But I think it also uses Banjo's items to make Torva, so I mean, there's that.
You have is going to be useful for a very, very long time. Playing RuneScape gives me a lot of the same feelings that I had when I was playing Vanilla WoW for the first time. There's so much to do, so much to explore, and so many quests, diaries, mini games, and big in-game bosses that drop awesome loot, and I'm looking forward to continuing my journey.
I hope it stays this way, because I'm fucking loving it right now, man. I'm having so much fun every day with this game.
Being said, now that I have the rune crossbow, I need a new goal. And if I'm gonna be the greatest archer this world has ever seen,
Get a blowpipe now.
I'm gonna need a bofa.
Yeah, good fucking luck with that. I'm not even gonna go for the bofa. Fuck that. I'll just try and do raids till I finally get a goddamn twisted bow. Well, actually, I'm literally going for ACB whenever I get like a spiritual creature test. So no fucking shot that guy is gonna ever get that.
Is that like a snuts joke? I don't know. I don't know if that's is that an item? I have no idea.
Both of these nuts in your mouth, got
That
him.
was actually a really good video. Wow. Damn, I really like this format that Sardako did. This was really cool. I loved seeing Sardako go through his journey like this and like, you know, just talk about his experience with the game and seeing how different his experience was from my own, right? Because I'm playing the game my way and other people are doing it their own way. So this was super awesome, guys. Check out Sardako, check out the video, subscribe to him. Maybe he's gonna do more in this like little series of sorts. I didn't know if it was gonna be a series or a standalone video, but I really liked watching this. This was very well made.
A GM! To YouTube, the Slayer blog is here. The blessed Slayer blog. We have waited many, many moons for the blessed Slayer blog. Everyone was wondering where it was, and it is here. There's some good stuff here. Let's just get right into it. So this time we're revisiting that dedicated Slayer QL banner from our RuneFest roadmap. Yes, we were waiting for it from RuneFest. Yes. Once you get to grips with Slayer, you'll unlock access to great training methods, lucrative loot tables, and exclusive bosses. But if you've ever introduced a friend to this iconic skill, you'll know that actually understanding it is half the battle. Today's changes fix some long-standing issues with Slayer. We're giving you more flexibility when setting up your tasks and more time to actually slay things instead of scheming up ways to scam Turiel. Turiel mentioned in a blog in current year before GTA 5. That's crazy. Turiel mentioned in a blog before GTA 6. Real. Ever since Cristelia arrived, players have been begging for a wilderness-specific block list. Who can blame them? It's laborious, time-consuming, expensive to rejig your block list every time you want to dabble in Wilderness Slayer and then swap back to regular Slayer afterwards. Been unable to deliver this in the past because it's proved too technically challenging. Now we have technology. We want to go bigger. Give every Slayer Master their very own block list. Every Slayer Master.
That's actually fucking huge. Holy shit.
Blocks as you progress, you'll be able to optimize your block list to achieve different goals. A Turiel block list that gets rid of nuisance tasks while you're boosting points. A Duradel block list set up for the best XP per hour. A Neve list for maximum Inferno tasks. The world's your oysters. Won't this mean you're throwing points away? No, as of this update, different Slayer Masters will have different prices for blocks. So Turiel, you want to get that Turiel block list unlocked. 40 points, which is not too bad considering how much they are refunding, which we'll get into. They're refunding a lot of Slayer points. So that's really good. You'll have a bunch extra, which you can just immediately spend on something like this. If you do a lot of Turiel, you want to make a block list. By the way, made a quick block list for when the update goes live. We've got banshees, bears, dogs, dwarves, lizards, skeletons, and wolves. And you're actually going to start doing cow fights, which is really weird. Like normally you block cow fights as a whole, but you will block it on your main master when you do Turiel skipping. And then you will actually do the cow fight task. The Desert Amulet 4 takes you right to the cave. It's it's super, super quick when it's a small amount of cow fights. You're dodging the giant amount of cow fights from like Duradel, like when he assigns 200 and Turiel will not skip that for you. Now you're just going to do the Turiel variant, which means it's worth doing. Way, way faster, by the way. If you're going to do Turiel with this new block list, this is like easily 25% faster. These tasks are so much slower than the others. It's gonna be crazy speed up on Turiel. So that's amazing. And then we have the other masters all have their own. Konar is only 80 points, so it's a little bit cheaper. And then Steve 90, Duradel, Curdle, and Cristelia. So Cristelia also 100 points. The other thing is that if you set up a Wildy block list, Wildy Slayer is the fastest way to get Slayer points. It's 50% faster, roughly, than point boosting through Turiel. The big issue with Wildy Slayer is gone. You don't have to set up a block list for it every time. Now, you can have a block list set for Wildy Slayer, do some, get a bunch of points, and then go back to doing what you were doing. So this is amazing. This is an amazing change. You now can do Wildy Slayer at will. Turiel has been drastically improved just by virtue of this basic change of allowing a block list at all the masters. And there's way more than this. They've put in a new UI element as well. So they have a view list button and it pops up. Oh, it's gorgeous. It tells you the amounts possible on Slayer tasks. It tells you the percent chance of getting that task, which is really annoying to go get. You'd have to go on the wiki, do math, like calc the weight versus other weight. Now you just can see like your percent chance of getting a task immediately based on your blocks, like makes it so much easier. They let you block from this list. So after the update comes out, you can just instantly set up these block lists because they're gonna clear the block list, refund all the points. You can just immediately set up your block list for everybody if you want to. Such a good change. This is so much more intuitive for new players, and it's also just so much cleaner and nicer. Blocks are a really annoying interface, and like the list of tasks here is just so convenient. Like you can see exactly what's going to happen whenever you get a task. Okay, early game point changes. So one of the issues facing new Slayers is that Slayer points can be hard to come by if you're engaging with the skill as intended. No new player wants to hear that task sucks. What you should do is 49 Turiel tasks killing rats and birds, then a Konar task, and do that again 5 times, and then you can start playing. We've counteracted this by giving Maskana and Vanaka a little nudge. Slayer points aren't exactly a precious resource. Effectively, they're just upping these guys' Slayer points. So now Maskana is 6 points, and Vanaka's 8 points. Like, this is still not going to be worth doing. Like, you're not going to want to do these. But for the people who are new, like they're starting Slayer, they're doing Slayer for the first time, and they're getting an introduction to the skill, they're not getting screwed quite as hard by these early Slayer masters. That's really nice. That's a good change. Unlock point costs. So outside of skipping and block tasks, you've also got the option to extend them, unlock new tasks, add some QL improvements to existing tasks, or unlock new features like superior Slayer creatures. We're reducing bigger and badder from 150 points to 50 points.
I want my 100 points back then for that. I think they said they're going to do that.
So you can, on a new iron or whatever you're doing, you can get bigger and badder unlocked with a single 10-point streak, which is crazy. That's so good. That's so much better. There are a lot of low-level Slayer monsters with superior variants, but by the time most players unlock this perk, they're well past these. Skip them entirely unless they wind up trail skipping in the future. Yeah, no one's gonna see the giant cave crawler in early Slayer because these cost so many points. Now they actually will, because you can, if you're doing these Slayer masters, you actually get some points, and then it just costs 50 to unlock it. Way better. Way better. This should just like be a thing that everybody's given with Slayer, so it's good to just hand it over at a really low point cost. Task storage from 1,000 to 500. This was like so not worth it. It was nice if you were like post 99, like going for pets, like setting up task storage. Maybe you want to store Shaman's task for your CM speeds, but now this is probably worth unlocking at some point on the way to 99, which is great to see. Like, it's so weird to have unlocks that are a thing that you get once you're done with Slayer versus a thing that you really want to push for. So this is great. This will actually probably be worth getting now. Love that. Reduce Ring Bling from 300 points to 150 points. There are so many higher priority unlocks early on that this one gets deprioritized. By the time you have enough spare points to consider it, it's barely even worth the unlock. Well, I would argue this is an incredibly good unlock, but it was expensive. Like 300 points to make Slayer rings. 150 is way more fair. I love that. Great change. Slug Salter and Reptile Freezer reduced to 10 points, basically nothing. These cost far too many points for where they're actually relevant, especially considering how minor their impact is. So you could get Reptile Freezer now, even though you probably are going to block lizards if you're doing Turiel. So these aren't going to be super relevant to you, but it's nice for like the people doing early Slayer. It's a good change. It's a change that Slayer needed. Not to mention that all of these are getting refunded to you. So on my main, I'm going to immediately get 500 points from this, 100 points from this, 150 points from the... You are set. So all of these, like, a new additional block lists that you need to create, you're going to have the points to go do it. Love it. So good, so good. They're also just wiping everybody's block list and letting you restart from scratch with all the points refunded. So really, really generous, really, really good. You'll have the ability to go start using all of this immediately without doing any stupid point boosting annoyance. Great change. We initially considered task unlocks like Lizardmen or Avayanzi's free to toggle, but we're still on the fence. Mostly we're concerned about encouraging unfun gameplay loops where players are sat around toggling things in the UI to try and game the chance for a better task. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like what they should do is reduce the point cost once you've let's say you unlock Lizardman Shaman and then you don't want to go for Warhammer anymore, you cancel it. Maybe cost like a third of what it costs to unlock it to retoggle it, something like that. Because it would be annoying to like gamify it like every single time you do a task, like to go toggle these, like, oh, I want to go for Zuck now. Oh, I don't care about Zuck anymore. Like you're toggling back and I could see that being annoying for sure. I get where they're coming from. So reduced cost is probably the play. That would be nice. I would like if they did that. Dragon tasks. As part of Project Rebalance last year, we removed dragons from the task list of some early game Slayer Masters, which was well received.
Bruh. I had to do that shit without anti-fire potions. Like, I remember, like, I had a weird method of, like, going into melee range. So, like, they have a chance to, like, melee you while I'm, like, using mage. Like, it was kind of fucked up early game from my Iron Man experience. But fine.
The problem is that even later in the game, there are so many types of dragon tasks that they still crop up more often than some of you would like. Well, we think blue dragon tasks have their place, either for Iron's banking prayer XP or players wanting to fight Vorkath. And black dragon tasks are a quick couple of points at the baby black dragons in Taverley. Metal dragons are a different beast entirely. We'd like to combine bronze, iron, steel, mithril, adamant, and rune dragons into a single metal dragons task. We'd also bump the default quantity to 20 to 40 and let you extend metal dragon tasks up to 150 to 200. This means in theory you could slay 200 rune dragons at a time if you like. Wow, that's so good. Rune dragons are really, really solid. They're not crazy for XP, but they're super good GP, and they're nice. They're like a solid AFK option. So this is a task I think a lot of people are going to be doing. If you have your sights locked on Rune Dragons on this update, a lot of people don't know the Dragon Hunter wand is super, super strong here. It's a lot better than Lance is. It does more damage, and you also take less damage counterintuitively, because you're like, oh, I'm in robes. Like, I'm going to take a bunch of damage. But what you're doing is at the Rune Dragons, you take your Dragon Hunter wand, your full mage robes, and your insulated boots, which is now not costing you much because it's mage boots versus taking away your melee boots. You sit in the middle of the room, Rune Dragons shoot you, and they're not going to be in melee range, right? So they're shooting you with arrows, which you're praying ranged against, and then the only damage you take from the dragons is mage, and you're praying augury in mage robes, which has, like, not the best mage defense, but it's not bad. That's, like, the one thing it can do. So if you want to go do Rune Dragons, take in the new Dragon Hunter wand there. Pretty good. Pretty good. That would be a very solid task, for sure. You'd make a lot of money, decent mage XP, not bad. The weightings of existing tasks would be combined into metal dragon tasks, but a little lower than the sum of their parts, meaning you'd see better tasks more often. Ultimately, this means that rather than having multiple feels bad skip tasks, you end up with just one, or you can block them out entirely if you'd like. This is big.
What
So
the
not
fuck
only
is
are all
Lil
of the
Bro
metal dragon tasks
doing?
being lumped together, you also can just block them
What
all
the
for one slot. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So
Getting
no
crashed by
iron,
this
no
dude
steel
maging
dragon,
these
bronze dragon
things.
from,
Bruh,
you're doing
credit
that.
card
Like, it's all
warrior. He has a
gone. It's all
wyvern
gone.
shield.
One block
The
slot.
fuck?
Almost certainly that'll be worth a block.
I mean, I was about to
So
leave
that's
anyways,
really
wrote a
good to see.
vid.
And it's cool that it's actually worth doing for people that want to make some cash on the side, like doing Rune Dragon tasks, and you can extend it to do a lot of them. This is great. Now, I'm curious how many people are going to end up doing the Rune Dragons. They may need to add a Slayer spot for them or something. We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. You might be hopping too much for Rune Dragons, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how many people end up doing that. I think it'll become a little bit more popular, so... It's worth noting that with some of the defense changes outlined in the first summer sweep-up log, they'll likely be a little bit more appealing than they currently are, so maybe give a task or two a go before blocking them forever. Hell yeah. If you pay for Mithril Dragons, you'll be able to refund you the points. All your blocks are getting reset anyways. Cool, so they're giving you points back on the Mithril Dragon unlock if you had that. That actually was worth unlocking before because it was a fast points task, but now it's part of Metal Dragons, and you get the points back. Cool. Herbs. This last change addresses a common point of frustration with loot from mid-game tasks. You've saved your points, grab the elusive herb sack, set out on another task, and oops, suddenly your inventory is full of noted herbs. The space-saving QOL unlock you worked hard for isn't saving you much space at all. We'd like to make low quantities of noted herb drops unnoted so that they can easily be stacked in your trusty sack. Here's a full list of creatures whose noted herbs we'd like to convert to unnoted herb drops. Keep in mind that they only drop 1 to 3 herbs at a time, so your herb sack should prove pretty useful here. Adamant Dragons, Basilisk Knights, Fossil Island Wyverns, Lobstrosities, Ancient Zygamites, Shazian Criminals, Lizardman Shamans, Drakes. So the only one that would really affect, like meta stuff is Lizardman Shamans on the Warhammer grind. If you were trapping them and doing that method on your iron to boost them quickly, you don't get to stay there a long time anymore because the herb sack is going to fill up. Even if you have the herb sack, you might not even have the herb sack, in which case your inventory is going to fill up like immediately. You'll have to leave quickly. Kind of annoying. I personally would have done this a little differently. I would have just made it so if you get noted herbs and you hit fill on the herb sack, they don't go in it. But if you manually use the note on the herb sack, then they would get deposited into your herb sack, just like any other herb. And I get that's a little bit like gamey, but it's a video game. It's fine. It's not a big deal. No one would be mad about that. It would just be nice for when you get that single. It is annoying. Like a lot of these have a single noted herb.
I think I just came across a couple. I'll leave them to do their thing here.
That would have been the best possible solution, personally, but I think overall this is a good change.
I gotta use the washroom anyways. Hold on.
I feel like, but and then other changes. So that is the full Slayer changes. There are some other good changes, but the big thing is with Slayer, you are getting a ton of points post change. Your entire block list is getting wiped. You get all the points back from that, so you're gonna have a huge lump sum of points, and you can do block lists on all of the Slayer masters that you want to. Turiel, Wildy Slayer. You can have a Konar specific Slayer task. You can do all of this. That is incredible. This is such a good change. Slayer is becoming dramatically better. I have felt for a long time that Slayer is, like, it is, well, first of all, Slayer is the slowest skill in the game. It's also, it feels so clunky, archaic, old. They keep adding these tasks that are not worth doing for Slayer XP. There's a lot of issues with it. So all of these changes they've done have taken away those, like, pain points of, like, Turiel is annoying. All these different tasks are annoying. Like getting these are annoying. Getting Iron Dragons. You never want to see those. Never want to see Steel Dragons. So all of these are amazing changes for just making Slayer better. Love to see it. Also, the UI changes are going to make it feel a lot better. So this is great. Amazing changes. Amazing, amazing. It's going to change the way we approach a lot of things and make a lot of things faster. So I'm super hyped for this. I cannot wait for this. Let's take a look at the other stuff as well, because there are some good other changes. Here they added a Gargoyle Bane, effectively, to the Granite Hammer. Probably not going to be a huge deal, but it could be kind of nice if you end up getting this on an Iron, or you have it as a main for your Gargoyle task early. I don't think this is, like, hugely changing anything, but it's just kind of nice. I like this. The flavor on it is nice. Great change. It's cool. I like this. Mage Training Arena. They're adding a rune pouch. This is going to cost a little bit less than Bones to Peaches, like 25% less than Bones to Peaches, and be an alternate way to go get it. I think this is still going to be slower than LMS, but it is a good option that it gives you magic XP, because when you go do LMS, for your rune pouch, you're not getting anything. You get absolutely nothing except the points towards it. But if you go do Mage Training Arena, you actually get quite a bit of XP. It's a very good training method early on an account, so I could see this being a very solid option for a lot of, like, early irons, early other accounts, stuff like that. This is a good option for going for that, and it makes sense. Like, it's nice to have more options to go for the rune pouch than just do LMS, so I like this. Moon Keys are getting buffed dramatically. The Tooth Halves, specifically, because they're giga rare. They made it so they're, like, 10 times more common from Frost Crabs. I could see this being a thing people actually start doing. If you have a bunch of these stockpiled, going and doing Frost Crabs could be very solid. If you don't know, these are in the dungeon where Moxie is, and there is a spot with 3 of them. They have 100 health, I think. They're also double weak to fire. They have 100% fire weakness. So if you just got your Twin Flame Staff, let's say, on an Iron or something, or your early training Mage, you want, like, an AFK option for training Mage, Twin Flame is okay there. Also, just, like, using any staff, because Twin Flame does lose the XP on the bonus hits, which sucks. But even then, it hits so hard, it's pretty good. It would also get you keys really quickly, because you're going to rinse through these crabs like nothing. Just using a normal staff as well, though, like, very solid. So that's cool. Blue Dragons are getting buffed, 1 in 250. Moxie from 1 in 500 to 1 in 125. So Moxie, much better source for these. Much more reasonable. I feel like they could have taken this even lower, honestly, but it's not too bad. This is pretty fair. I'm curious to see where Frost Nagas end up. They probably should have included that in the list. Where are Frost Nagas at on the list? Because those are a thing people grind for the Frost Hammers as well. I would assume it's just going to be 5x Moxie's rate, because that's what the Frost Hammers are as well. So maybe like 1 in 600-ish. Yeah, okay. So Frost Nagas are a lot more like incentivized now over Sulfur Nagas, which is interesting to see. They're not as AFK and they're not as good, but they do drop prayer potions. There's a couple things on there that are nice. Might be a decent option for getting these keys. And then Huey from 1 in 150, who was the best source for these, to 1 in 75. So much, much, much faster. This is nice. On my irons, I have like so many of these key halves saved up from calcified rocks. I have like 10 to 30. I think on the backup we have over 30 key halves. So this is going to be really nice. We actually might end up using some of those. That's great. Great change. Also, they're adding the moon helmet to the collection log, which is fair. I think this is a lot more reasonable to go get now. It's going to be one of the rarest clogs still, even with these changes with like 10x faster rates. But it seems somewhat reasonable now to include it versus before where it was like the rarest item in the game, period. Insanely rare to get. This seems more reasonable. So it feels like Stale Baguette kind of level where it's like very rare, or like Jar of Darkness. I'm okay with that. Arceus spell tweaks. So they're changing the rune cost of a lot of things. They're making Dark Demon Bane 1 soul rune, 4 chaos runes, 7 fire runes. Instead of just 2 soul runes, 7 fire runes, there's 1 soul, 4 chaos, 7 fire runes. I was looking at the thread on stream. I was like, okay, that's just a cheaper cost. That's kind of nice. But on Reddit, someone mentioned that this now requires you bring loose chaos runes out of your pouch at Yama to carry all of the runes you need, which is kind of annoying. Feel like they could have just, I get the idea here. Maybe don't make it chaos. Maybe make it like 1 or 2 death runes. Something like that might be a little better. Then it fits in with your death charge runes, like something like that. I could see that being a little better, maybe. I don't know. That is kind of annoying. So that's, I feel like, a little bit of an oversight. Like that does make it annoying. They even mention Yama here, but it makes it so you can't carry as many runes, which sucks. Also tweaking the rune cost for summoning thralls, which is crazy. So instead of 5 blood runes, 4 soul runes. Now, what this means, it actually isn't changing things too drastically. It's not going to let you carry like different rune quantities because you still need a soul rune and a blood rune for death charge because death charge takes a blood rune. So it doesn't mean you're going to use less runes, but it's a little nice. You're not spamming blood runes like crazy. This is like the main sink for my blood runes on the iron, and I've had like almost 40,000 soul runes like from grinding chambers and stuff. Now I just got a shadow, so that's gonna go away. Haha, very lucky. But I think this is a little more fair. Blood runes just get spammed like crazy in the mid game because you're doing all of these barrage tasks, you're doing all of this thrall casting. So I feel like moving this to soul runes kind of evens things out a little bit. I kind of like that. This feels a little at odds with the move away from high soul rune costs for Dark Demon Bane. Our rationale is that if you're casting these far less often than repeated Demon Bane spells, this alleviates some inventory pressure for proper Arceus usage, sir. I kind of like that. I think this is a good change. I think this one should be death runes instead of chaos runes, and less of them, probably. And then we're probably good. And with that, you're up to speed. So that is all of the changes in this update. This update is going to be so incredibly good for Slayer. I can't wait to be doing this. It's going to help things so much, make it so much faster, so much less annoying. Great changes. Now, there's a couple things I feel like were missed. One of the things I'd like reduced cost on, if they're still open to it, is Slayer helmets. The Slayer helmet cost is 1,000 points. And there's like, I don't know how many, 8 of them or something like that. They also require you get a drop from a boss, which will be semi-rare. So we have this thing where it's like, oh, I just got a semi-rare drop. I just got an Araxor head. Now you have earned the right to go grind 1,000 Slayer points. It just feels obnoxious to me. It's always felt kind of obnoxious to me. I feel like those could be way cheaper, like 300 to 500 points maybe. Maybe even less. I don't think I'd even be offended if it was under 100 points. Maybe that's a hot take, but I feel like the main thing with the helmets is getting the head drop. Like the Calphite head for the green helmet, the claw for the purple helmet, the Araxor head for the cool orange helmet. Like that's what is the main thing. You're not flexing to people, ooh, I did so much Turiel, so I could combine this into my helmet. Isn't that cool, guys? I'm going to walk around the GE now to show off how many tutorial tasks I did. Like, that's not... They said themselves that, like, Slayer points aren't really, like, a precious resource, so maybe they could change that. I'd be okay with that. The one other thing I feel like they could have done here, they got the Metal Dragons bulk together, but there's a lot of other things that they could have added variants like that for. The main one is demons. There's black demons, there's greater demons, there's lesser demons. Just making a demons task would be really, really nice. Idea I had also was maybe adding devils as a task, so you could do either dust or smoke devils, and then maybe like half dragons as a task, so things like wyverns, drakes, worms, wormlings. Like, you could turn all that into a task, because those are all super terrible tasks that no one likes doing, no one wants. Now, obviously, this is that would be a huge buff to Slayer, but I feel like Slayer needs it. It's the slowest skill in the game. It would remove a lot of the friction with terrible Slayer tasks and open up options for people that want to do things like those tasks. Give you more options for doing the kind of task you want to do. I feel like would be a really good change. I would like half dragons. I think that would be a great change. I'm good with leaving black dragons, blue dragons as they are, because those are just two. So their decision on that makes sense to me. But there's other tasks they've added, like with the Farming Guild update, with all of those like dragons that are weak to Demon Bane, but like you never ever want to kill. That'd be nice to be lumped together. And that's it for the blog. Gorgeous blog. Again, a gorgeous blog. Same as the other summer sweep up. These updates have been killer. They're so good. I'm really hoping they put this one out quickly like they did the other QOL changes. If we get this in like under a month, oh man, we're gonna be cooking. Reminder, next week, Mocha comes out, the Delve boss, which is a new high-level boss, somewhat similar difficulty to Yama, where it's a higher-level boss. You're pushing through caves where the boss gets harder and harder and harder, up to Cave 8, where you then have the choice to repeat to get better loot. They are adding a new, incredibly powerful wand. It's a little bit weaker than Shadow, but it's incredibly strong. Also has a spec. They're adding new Tribird boots, and they're adding Confliction gauntlets, which increases your accuracy after you miss, which will be incredibly good with that new wand. I'm very excited. The new items look really, really strong in a lot of places. I can't wait to get my hands on them. I will be live the instant it comes out, so I better see you there, all right? Or else. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. The last video was 4,000 Scurrius KC or the pet, whichever comes first, and it turns out the pet was first at 3269 KC, which is my 24th pet on the account, and I now have Scurrius greenlogged. So what's the plan for today? Well, Yama came out a couple days ago as I'm recording this, and well, for those of you that don't play OSRS, it's basically a high-level duo boss, and it's something that we want to take on in the future, hopefully the near-ish future. I've been watching some videos and streams, and it looks like we're both going to want a purging staff for sure, and maybe both Emberlight as well, but I think Arclight should still be fine. Here's my Tormented Demons log. I have 1001 KC with 2 synapses. They changed them though in the recent update to where you can now revert the synapse weapons back into a synapse, but you lose the materials that you used to make the upgrade. The 2 that I got, I made them into Emberlight and the Scorching Bow a while back. And I have no problem turning the Scorching Bow into a staff because you only use an unstrung magic longbow to make the bow, so I'm really not losing anything. However, I don't want to revert my Emberlight because you need to get 10k charges to create it that you don't get refunded if you revert it. If you haven't guessed already, the plan for this video is going to be going back to training my favorite skill, Slayer, in hopes of getting greater demon tasks to try and get a synapse or 2 or 3. Mainly at least 1 though, that's the goal. You can fight tormented demons off task, but it seems like a waste because they're really good Slayer XP per hour, like 40k plus from what I remember. And yeah, I mean, I technically can revert my Emberlight, or we could just go to Yama right now with suboptimal gear, but you could probably tell we're not in a rush to fight him. This will give us some extra time for better strategies and guides to come out, and maybe even combat achievements, depending on how long it takes them to get released. But yeah, we are both going to be doing Slayer together in this video, and by together, I mean at the same time, but not literally doing Partner Slayer. Because with Partner Slayer, yeah, we get tasks done twice as fast, but when we do eventually roll the Greater Demon task, you still get the same quantity of Greater Demons, so we would just be getting it done twice as fast, but not actually being able to do more kills at Tormented Demons. So it seems pointless, like it would just balance out anyways. I could be misinterpreting it or misunderstanding it, but I think that's how Partner Slayer works. But if anything, I could imagine that we'd be losing a lot of time by having to coordinate what we're doing for every single Slayer task if we were doing Partner Slayer. So with that said, let's get started with the grind. Spookdog just got a Hellhounds task, but she's not doing Sir because she has to AFK and edit. As for me, I have an Ents task because I was doing Wildy Slayer a couple of videos ago, but I'm just gonna skip that one. And before I grab my first task of the video, let me double check the extensions to make sure I have Greater Demons. I don't have them extended. I'm glad I checked that. So it's gonna cost 100 points, which I do have a few I can spare at this point. So we're gonna extend Greater Demons for 100 points. And now we'll grab the first task of the video. I will be using Kuradal, except for every 50th task, I'll use Koner, but let's see what we get. Black Dragons, alright, KVD.
Wait, who the fuck is that? So I like the Slayer Master I use is Duradol, but there is a lady version of him. Like, what quest does that? Like, I know there was a quest for Monkey Madness 2, or I think it was Monkey Madness 2, I think, where you replace Neve with Steve. You just gender bend the Slayer dudes. When did that happen?
Task streak is currently 2489. Hopefully I remember to go to Konar for number 2500. And with that, we are off to our own separate ways. Wait, do you think she went to the crafting guild? Oh yeah, she that's like when you say goodbye to someone, then you go the same direction as them. Alright, we are off to our own separate ways to train Slayer, and we'll see who gets a Greater Demon task first and who can get some drops first. Man, it feels so good to be doing Slayer again. I mean, I know I was doing Wildy Slayer kind of recently, but it's just not the same as doing good old-fashioned vanilla Duradel or Kuradal Slayer. Also, I've gotta say, it is so weird killing KVD after playing 04. I've still been doing this on the side. It is so weird. I'm able to get like 50 kills per hour here versus like 6 kills per hour in 04. Have I just not done Slayer since getting the Quiver? Because I have to change all my gear setups to include the Blessing, because with the Quiver you can have a Blessing and the arrows equipped.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. The Quiver gives you an extra slot like right here, but it's not there for me, but I'm I was looking at that Colosseum or whatever to get that. It looks just as hard, if not harder, than the Inferno. So I don't think I'm getting a quiver on this account anytime soon.
So I gotta update some things. It's a new era for me. I will no longer be prioritizing the farm runs with Catherby being the left click on the Nexus, but instead, that privilege is going to be switched over to Karen Castle. Bring on the Slayer, baby! My favorite skill. Oh, this is a good reminder to talk about.
Bro is literally doing the same task as me. Blood Velds. In the same area.
So, if you didn't know or forgot, because it's probably been a while since I've talked about this, I am going for 1,000 hard clues. I'm not actively going for the hard clues, but whenever I get them from Slayer or skilling, I am doing them and stacking up the caskets. Here's a little sneak preview of where I'm at with them. 800, this will be 887. So it's getting up there, you could say. And if you're curious how to see the step without even opening the clue and have the text right on there like I just did, that is the Clue Details plugin. I believe all tiers of clues except beginner and master, so easy, medium, hard, elite, I believe they all have separate IDs for each step, and that is how the plugin knows for those tiers of clues what the step is without even opening it. Oh, I forgot about that being a thing. I'm not going to do the boss though because I still need to get the Aranea boots, and doing every single boss task I get would take too long when I'm trying to kind of prioritize greater demons.
Apparently I've looked those up before. They're like hybrid boots, I guess. With like stats for everything.
Oh, I got them. Yes. Hey, the Aranea boots. Yeah, dude. This is my first task today. So I just woke up and I've been like kind of half out of it. I did not expect to see that on the ground. Also, Araxites are a lot better Slayer XP per hour than I remember. Now, I did get 3 superiors. I should have only expected 1 during this task, but even with 1
hell yeah, superior. Let's get that damn heart.
Okay,
look at the Gyat on this thing, Jesus.
44k Slayer XP per hour with just the 1 superior I would have expected to get during this task. Wait, if the task is over, what happens with the Venerable? Does it hit? The Venerable doesn't bounce off the superior. Wait, can I even damage? Yeah, I can damage the superior, but it's not bouncing to anything else. That is interesting. Oh my god. Dude, I can't take any more venom damage. Oh my god. Please. Okay, we did it. We did it. We're good. We're good. Oh. Okay. I did not realize at the time that consuming a venom sac does 4 damage to you. I got back in time to get this stuff. Imagine if I had gotten a unique. That would have been very stressful. Anyways, wait, let me grab this stuff first. The Aranea boots have a different drop rate depending on if you're on task versus off task, and also depending on which level of Araxite that you're fighting. I was fighting the level 146s on task, so it was a 1 in 800 drop. And we should be able to check how many Araxites I've killed. Oh wait, I think that's probably including the boss. Well, it says about 1600. That is definitely including the boss though, because I think that was only my second Araxite Slayer task that I've done at Araxites. Yeah, it was like 1300 boss KC, so a bit over 300 KC at the level 146 Araxites. A little bit under half the drop rate for the Aranea boots. But what's so good about these boots? Well, first off, there's no requirements to wear them, which makes them the best in slot boots for 1 defense peers and Zerkers. And these are Tribrid boots. They have a range attack bonus between Mixed Hide boots and Blessed Hide boots. Their magic attack is the same as Infinity boots, and they have melee strength bonus the same as Dragon boots. And if we go down here, you can feel free to take a look at the stats. They got a +1 prayer bonus as well. What makes these even more special though is that they have 2 passive effects while you're wearing them. The first one is that it allows you to pass through webs without the need of a slash weapon. I guess you could just walk straight through webs. We'll try that out in a minute. And the other passive effect is that it can negate certain special attacks once every 8 ticks from spider-related bosses, and you get a message in the chat box when that happens. This includes the web attack from Seracnus that holds you in place, the draining webs from Spindle or Venenatus, but it only negates the first tick of being in the web. There's a couple attacks from Araxor and then Verzic's webs in P3. Let's take a look at where the wiki recommends you use it. It is best in slot according to the wiki for Araxor for range. Well, yeah, I mean, you could just read it here. It's like very niche setups though, like you could see it for like a pure setup or if you're mid-game. Yeah, there's a lot of things on this list. I'll just scroll through. I think one of the cooler use cases is for TOB, specifically for learning, because you do use all three combat styles in TOB, and these are tribrid boots. I mean, the stats aren't amazing, but mainly for the webs during Verzic at P3 if you find yourself getting caught in those, or if you want to learn how to run webs. And of course, one of the best things about it is that it is a collection log slot. That is slot number 1063 for me. Let's try the web though. So I can't go through it. I don't have a slash weapon to cut it open, but if I put the boots on, can I really just walk right through the web? Oh, no, wait, click. Okay, I see. I thought I'd literally just be able to click right through, but that's cool too.
Fucking poggers, another superior.
I'm most excited to use the boots.
Let's go.
Probably gonna be for Arachnus. I do have the pet already, but I still have to get the jar. But with that said, let's move on, get back to doing Slayer, and see what the next task is gonna be. Thank you very much for the fast Slayer task. Look how good I am. I actually remembered for task 2500 to go to Konar. Let's see what we get. It may have taken a few skips, but I got something kinda decent. Well, that is it. Task number 2500, 700 Slayer points from that, which is very useful because I was running low. Brimstone Keys, huh? That's a name I haven't seen in a long time. There's nothing important for me to get from them at this point because I do have the full Dusk Mystic set complete. There's no point committing bank slots to them at this point since I'm not going to be stacking them up anymore, so just opening them right away. Imagine if I did get a piece of Dusk right there, that'd be funny. Which reminds me, I think I still had the placeholder for them. Yeah, I did still have the... I'm going to get rid of that. Another bank spot cleared up. That's so funny. I'm trying to find the world for Dust Devils because that's my Slayer task. I did not do that on purpose. What the heck? Hey, I'm getting harassed here.
This guy looks way older than what his age is. I think I remember Mud kept saying he was like early 20s or something. I know I was older than this dude, but he looks older than me. Like, he looks hella stressed or something.
For stream sniping. 15 Jad Casey, first Jad in a while, no pets. I just got a Warrior's Ring. First ring of this task. I'm at DK's. I know I said I wouldn't do too many boss tasks, but really wanted to do DKs. Yeah, I'll just end the trip here because I will not be able to finish the rest of the task on this trip. But hey, I got 3 dragon axes to make up for all the dragon axes I used up while woodcutting during my other series. It's Heckhoundor at the bank. I asked Spookdog if she would still like me if I was a worm. And she said probably not because there'd be a cooler worm with a leather jacket. So hopefully I don't get turned into a worm. We got a crazy milestone coming in here. 2,000 Rex KC. I'm not going to get 2k for the others this task though. I don't think I've done much Slayer since goading potions have come out. And these goading potions are goaded for these non-aggressive Slayer tasks, let me tell ya. Normally you're able to click the orb to cure your poison if you have a poison curing thing in your inventory, but it doesn't work with the Araxite Venom Sacs. For some reason, you actually have to click on the sacs. I wonder if it's because you take the 4 damage when you eat the Venom Sac. Maybe that's why it's an exception for clicking the orb. Oh, there it is. 247 of them. That's almost a max roll of them too. The max is 250 with the extension. I went back in my clips to check the last time I fought Tormented Demons, and it was July of 2024, so it's been nearly a year since I fought them, so I did not bring as many prayer pots as I normally would bring. I've also heard that they're super crowded still, even though Yama has been out now for... well, it's only been out for a few days, but I knew people were at Tormented Demons.
Okay, this has to be like edited and like done a while back because I'm pretty sure Yama came out like over a month ago. I'm pretty sure.
Weeks leading up to Yama in preparation, but even after Yama's release, apparently it's still really crowded here. The Synapse is 1 in 500 and the Claw is 1 in 501, but we do not need any more claws. Please, game, just Synapses. Oh yeah, it has come back immediately after just doing 1 kill. Look at the Slayer XP drop, 1065 XP per Tormented Demon. Oh.
Bruh.
That's the wrong drop. No, not Gratz. That was literally the first kill back, 1002 KC. That's the wrong drop, dude. Why? That's funny. That's the third pair of Burning Claws completed. I decided to store the Greater Demon task and wait until I stream, which will be another probably like 1 or 2 days from now, because it's more fun to do them on stream. And of course I get the increased streamer RNG if I wait until then. Plus that'll give Spookdog more of a chance to get a Greater Demon task herself so that we could be doing them at the same time potentially. And who knows, maybe I'll even get a second Greater Demon task by then and I'll be able to do 2 tasks back to back. Speaking of increased RNG, I also just got this Dragon Med Helm from a Bloodveld, so that was pretty cool. Seeing as they're about 1 in 5,400 and I'm at almost 11k Bloodveld KC, I was about due for a second one. Here is 16 Jad KC. That's a PB. I wasn't even trying for a PB. That's funny. I thought I was doing that pretty chill. 16 KC, no pet. Still stacking up the capes though for a big cape opening someday. Oh, back-to-back Jad. Okay. And here's 17 KC. I don't see a pet. I have been keeping up with my herb runs, and very recently, in the last couple days, I finally switched over to planting my Snapdragon seeds. I have this huge stack that I think mostly came from TOA, and it's going to be good to plant these because my Snapdragon herb stack I think is one of my lowest stacks of herbs. I'm running dangerously low on these, so it's going to be nice.
Running dangerously low on these. Proceeds to sow fucking 4,100 that'll last fucking God knows how long. I don't even have that. I don't even have over 1,000 of any. Okay, well, prayer potions and like restores. Like I don't got over 1,000 of those. I got like a couple of hundo. He is stacked on that shit.
Get that stack up, and eventually I'll be able to upkeep my super restores once those start running out. According to the Loot Logger plugin, I got a bit over 600 Snapdragon seeds from TOA, which is almost half my stack. The Dragon Med Helmet Bloodvelds strikes again. Ooh, a whip. That's kind of funny because not too long ago, Spookdog also got a whip. Hey, they say what goes around comes around, you know, karma and all that. Alright, today's the day I'm gonna stream and we're gonna go do the Tormented Demons, see if we get a Synapse. Unfortunately, Spookdog did not get a Greater Demon task yet. She also told me that she just ran out of charges on the Venerabo, so I'm gonna grab 50k of my Ancient Essence out and toss that in the group storage. Here ending their torment, or what if I'm the cause of their torments? What if it is I who am tormenting the demons? Yeah, they're practically begging. Nice no. What's the deal with airplane food? I don't know, it's nuts. Not anymore, it's not. What's the deal with airplane food? It's pretzels. Doesn't quite hit the same. It adds an extra layer of comedy though. By comedy I mean being unfunny, which is comedy for me. Oh, that's... Wait. Are they both? Oh, he died. Close enough. Oh, Spookdog just got the Greater Demon task. Nice, good luck. Maybe he'll get a Synapse before me. I'm currently at 1165 KC. Why is he like this? Look at that stack of bowstring. Please just get 3 more. So the reason for that lack of 3 bowstring is because I made a video a long time ago doing when I was going for max using the Flax to bowstring spell to train crafting and magic, and my goal was 100k. So I made 100k. It might have been like one inventory over 100k, so maybe it was like 100,015 or something. But there's a clue step that has you fletch, I think, a U longbow. So you have to use a bowstring every time you get that clue step, and because of that, I've now gone below 100,000 bowstring. So yeah, that's why there's a not very satisfying number there. I didn't notice that, now I'm bothered by it. You don't have to look at it anymore. Bury 1 Dagonoth bone. Okay, let's get back to TDs. Everyone knows that you don't get drops on the last kill of the task, unless flushed emoji. No, that's it. It's over. Now up to 1248. Tormented Demon KC. Now can we get the back-to-back task? No. The Dragon Med Helm strikes again. I'm doing my final herb run before bed, but real quick, just want to see how much Slayer XP I gained today. It was 372k. No, I missed it. I did my 50th task, but I forgot to go to Konar. 2550 Dang, I missed out on so many Slayer points. I went to search in the plugin hub because I was like, there's gotta be some kind of Slayer task milestone reminder, right? And sure enough, there's a Conker milestone reminder plugin. Let's install that. Cool. And then by default, it is set to 50 tasks. That works for me. Oh, there it is. 233 Greater Demons. Nice. Oh, an Abbey Head. I did store the Greater Demon task for tomorrow because I'm just trying to AFK tonight. I got an Abbey Head. How many have I got in? That is number 4. I don't know how many I got from Sire, but I could check the loot tracker, right? I've gotten 2 from Abbey Demons. That's a 1 out of 6,000 drop from Abbey Demons, and I'm close to 10k KC on them, so a bit under the drop rate. Oh, hey, I just hit 60 mil farming XP from this herb patch. I just woke up and doing my first farm run of the day. When I'm doing this clue step and I kill the Zammy Mage on top of here, the loot appears on top of the tree, but my character is still able to pick it up by just grabbing at the tree. I've got another sort of type of XP / level milestone coming in right here, 113 magic, which is 52 mil. Ooh, a shark, thanks. Ooh, some Infernal Ashes, thanks. Another Pokemon. Oh, I thought she got I got super excited for a second, but it's a combat achievement that she got. Oh, the collection log again, but this time it was collection log, but is Gothic's Temple teleport, not the other. Ah, you keep getting me with those. There we go. She just got a Burning Claw. Nice. No, that's really good for your collection log. Very nice. Oh, a Synapse. There we go.
What's that even used for?
The third Synapse. That was 1388 KC for Synapse number 3.
Good
So, I forgot if I said before in the video, we would want at least 1 Synapse. 2 would be ideal, but at least 1, so that we can both have Purging Staffs. But if we get 1 more, then Spook have a Purging Staff and an Emberlight. We're both having fun, right? So.
Oh, that's how you get the Emberlight. Okay.
At least finish both of our tasks at the very least. See if we can get 1 more. And of course, Spook Dog can get 1 for her collection log either way. I guess she'll want to get that at some point since she's doing the collection log series now. Looking ethnically ambiguous with the mustache. Oh, I'll put the Synapse in the group storage because I believe the Scorching Bow is better than the T-Bow. So you can make that into the Scorching Bow and then use that, and then later on you could convert it into the staff when we go to Yama. Gonna go cook, enjoy having 2 TDs to yourself for now. Did you know that if you kill 2 TDs at once, you can save an hour during your Slayer task? And also, if you don't stream, you could save a lot more than 1 hour during your TD's task because you're not distracted standing around doing nothing. Fun fact. What I meant was if you start killing the second demon as soon as you finish killing the first one, rather than only killing 1 and waiting for the same one to respawn. But hopefully you knew what I meant. I can't go back and voice over live face cam commentary. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. It is time to do the combat achievements for Tormented Demons. I have 2 done from a long time ago, probably when they first came out. But there's 3 I haven't done. There's kill 2 Tormented Demons within 2 seconds, and then kill 3 Tormented Demons within 3 seconds. And by going for this one, I will also get this one done. This one we'll worry about later, but this is what we're going to be going for. Kill 3 Tormented Demons within 3 seconds. There's 3 Tormented Demons here, but I am going to have to find an empty world. I don't want any of them to be praying range. I could attack it and make it switch after 150 damage, then run out. I think once you run away from here, all their health resets for any that are like out of your line of sight, but I'm just going to hop and find a world where none of them are praying range, so I don't have to worry about that. You could probably tell what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to quick rapid fire succession, venom all 3 of them, and then because, like I said, I can't leave the area, I can't like go out of their range, I believe they'll all reset their HP then, so it's going to be a tank test. From the videos I've watched, it could be anywhere from like 7, 8, 9 minutes. I have low level darts in the blowpipe because I'd like the damage to be as close to each other as possible, and by having the lowest max hit I can possibly get, I'm using iron not bronze, but close enough to the lowest, it reduces the variance in the amount of damage that I do. I do need to actually hit, so the Serpalm and the blowpipe, If you hit, I
You
believe
get
if an
100%
XP
chance
drop,
of venoming.
You have a guaranteed 100% chance of venoming.
Literally what I do at Sarah
But
for all the
I need to make
minions.
sure I actually hit all three. I don't think I was close enough to. I gotta make sure in the future that I'm close enough to all three of them as well to hit them back to back to back, 2 ticks apart. Oh my god, I can't get it, dude. I'm taking damage already. Oh man, no. Oh, they're all hitting me. Yeah, I might need to bring like a range pod or like better range here. I didn't realize it's gonna take multiple tries to be able to like back to back to back hit them all. That's the tough part. No, it's not hitting. Oh my. Come on. Yes, okay. We've done it. Let's put the tank gear on. Now it begins. First thing to mention is I already messed up because I hit a 19 on one of them and 1 on another, which is way too big of a difference. But ignoring that part, here's what's going on. I've got 3 tormented demons attacking me, and they'll always be using different combat styles. So there's always going to be a major, ranger, and meleeer attacking me at once. I'm praying against the major, so that one's fine. And then for the meleeer, I'm running back and forth to each side of the room so that he's only able to do as few hits as possible to me. And then the ranger, I'm just taking all of his hits the entire time. I got a plugin called Venom Timer, which shows a lot of venom related info on monsters that are venomed, including when the next venom hit splat will be, and the time until that NPC dies. Clearly I wasn't paying attention to it here though, or I would have noticed one of them was off from the others in terms of how long until it dies, but it was my first attempt, so you know. Oh no, I hit it. No, 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 no. I messed it up so bad. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just hit with the bulwark. No. Looking back at the footage now, ironically, I think that hit that I did on that one actually would have synced them up perfectly. But also in retrospect, I don't think I would have had enough supplies. New plan here that should hopefully make this a little bit less stressful and a little bit less frustrating, especially at the last moment, which is this option in the settings. Food/potions can form supply piles on death, so I'm gonna die with an inventory of brews, and that way I don't have to stress about being like 9 minutes in tanking and being like 1 dose of brew left and being worried about not having supplies. So I'll do that like maybe like right here will be good. Yeah, my problem was that when I switched the left click on the Tormented Demon to walk here, I only switched it for one of them. I thought it would switch it for all of them. Yeah, I could also just shift click the whole time going back and forth. As for the supply pile on death, it stays on the ground for 1 hour and only you can see them. These are not visible to anyone else. Oh, you know what I can do though, that I should have done before? Switch the dins to block. That would probably help, huh? Come on. Yes, alright, first try back, cool. Get this stuff on. And let's get at it once again. It's kind of hard to tell in the moment, or at least really focus on how much damage I did to each of them. Looking back now, it's very obvious, but I did look at the dead in timer, and I saw that one of them was off from the others, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave and reset. I thought the damage that I did to each of the demons were relatively close, or close enough together to the point where they should die at the same time. And as for the venom information, it doesn't show up until the first venom splat happens. And I was paying attention to it this time, and I saw that it did show that they were all like 1 second apart from each other for when they were supposed to die. But what I didn't see is that it was kind of flipping back and forth to where sometimes it showed that they were all going to die at the same time, and other times it showed that one of them would be off from the other two, but I wasn't really too focused on it at that point. I thought, it's going to be close enough, right? Oh my god, please hit, please hit, please hit. Come on, come on. No, are you kidding me? No. That took so long. No. I would not have made it. I would not have been able to do that task at all, by the way, if I didn't drop the bruise on the ground like that, but I'm so disappointed. I got the bruise on the ground. I'm using up a lot of my teleports, but okay, this time I need to make sure I do about the exact same amount of damage on each of them with the blowpipe, which I thought I did last time, but clearly it wasn't close enough damage to each of them. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a new world too, huh? Because they all died, so there's a pretty decent chance that at least one of them is gonna be praying range. But when I hop worlds, the supply pile on the ground should still be there. I think it persists across worlds. I really hope it does. Yeah, okay. Okay, that should be good, right? That's gotta be good. Let's put the tinker on. Alright, this should be it. 5 seconds left. This has gotta be it. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on, please, please, please. Yes! Yes. Yes. I'm so glad about that. This is a very nice one to have done. I got 2 temple teleports back as well. Also very nice. This video from Video Game Bot was a huge help. His vids were my favorite ones for when I was learning Colosseum, and I was glad to see his name pop up on another guide for something I was doing. For these combat achievements, according to the wiki, I think this is only for people that have the wiki sync plugin. You can see for the 3 times the thrashing, there's only 1.8% of players with the WikiSync plugin that have completed that CA. So that was cool. It's probably one of the more rare ones that I have done. And now I'm gonna remove the Venom Timer plugin because I don't know if I'll ever use that again. Maybe for some other niche combat achievement in the future. Oh. Oh wow. That's there's the 4th synapse. Wow. What the? Was not expecting to get a synapse, another synapse before this task was over, but that was 1477 KC. And it's about 1 in 500. Yeah, wait, Spootdog was supposed to get that for the collection log. Yeah, I'm still gonna finish up this Slayer task though. There's only 10 left. Imagine I got another one. Cool, we'll toss the synapse into the group storage, and now me and Spootdog, we're both going to have an Emberlight and a second one that we can swap back and forth between the bow and the staff depending on whatever we're doing at the time. There's last kill the task. Any more synapses? No, imagine though. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna end this video for at least a couple more days, but I'm done fighting TDs for this video, so I could do some other stuff now. I might just continue doing Slayer, maybe see what boss tasks I can get. I was thinking of doing Zora, but this is a Slayer focused video, I guess, and it'd be cool to see how much Slayer XP I can get in this video. Let me see where I'm at right now, actually, since I started. I have already gained 1.7 mil Slayer XP in this video. Oh, a Dagnauth task. That'll be fun. There's a ring. This one.
I wouldn't mind getting a Dagnauth task. It's been a while since I've been to DKs myself.
We got virtual Slayer level of 113. A me staff. There's the end of the DK's task. In the next DK's task, that's when I'll get to 2k KC for the other 2. What's next? Oh, Blue Dragons. I have not done much Vorkath on this account because most of my Slayer XP, most of my 52 mil Slayer XP was from Konar. And with Konar, you can't do Vorkath. She doesn't assign Blue Dragons there. So my Vorkath KC is very low compared to what you'd probably expect it to be on my account. I only have 274. It's always like the first
200. How much do I got? I know I'm like almost at 1200 Vorkath. I gotta look at my by the way. Come on, load. Load. Come in. What the fuck? It's taking a million years to load.
One going back in.
I know I have like over 1200.
5 minutes. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're doing some damage. I didn't set the autocast. I'm on the wrong spellbook. Okay, that first kill was a warm-up. There's a warm-up. Alright, guys. Ooh. First kill back. First real kill back. I've still got it, baby. Easy. Call me Wooks the way I be Wooks walking. There we go. First Vork kill in a long time. I feel like that was really slow. What's my PB? PB's 108 and that was 211. Okay, the new strategy for me is not bringing the Fang for when the Warhammer misses, but instead camping the Lance the whole time and using the Void Waker spec instead of a defense lowering spec. I think the real best DPS increase I could get for Vorkath would simply be not streaming instead of standing around for as long as I have been. That's the real secret to increasing your DPS. Just don't stream. Yeah, it's true. If I don't stream, I can't get the streamer RNG, so it is still more worthwhile to stream than to not. 133. Wow, that was so much faster. I'm so glad I came up with this idea all by myself with no help from anyone. Do you think Wooks just calls it walking? It's just walking to a guy like him. I'm gonna make like a whole new inventory setup because it's been so long since I've done this. I need to like change up things, like more Karamwans than Sharks, the Super Combat, the Void Waker.
Oh, he's beating Vorkath 1 second faster than me for his PB.
No. Get away. Get away. It's funny, after all these years, they still haven't changed that. I mean, it doesn't do any damage to you, but it's just funny seeing it follow you after the kill's over. There's 300 KC at Vorkath. I stored the blue dragons for a bit tonight so I could AFK Slayer, and here at the Blood Builds I'm getting a virtual range level of 120. The reason I'm using the construction and crafting cape instead of the max cape is for a few reasons. First thing is that if I brought the max cape, I'd have to set the shift click and left click options to be the crafting guild and the POH, and I'd probably keep mixing them up. Other reason is because I know I would forget to reset the left click on my max cape when I'm done with this Vorkath task, and I would click my max cape to equip it, but then end up teleporting away instead at the most inconvenient time, I'm sure. And most importantly, I'm only doing 1 kill trips, so inventory space doesn't matter, and I may as well bring both of them. I should start bringing Burning Claws with, because a lot of the time when I get close to the end of the kill, I'll have 30% spec left, and that's what you need for the Burning Claw spec. I just hit 120 mil hit points XP. I did not realize that was coming up. Very cool place to get it. Will I be rewarded for the crazy milestone? No. Oh no, 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 that's the worst possible time to DC. I guess any time during Vorkath would have been like a bad time. Hey, we're back, baby. Everyone's here. 400 KC Vorkath. And since I have you here anyways, Void Waker, more like Vork Waker. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, I was vorking on that joke for a long time. Well, here's a pretty rare Hispori milestone. That's 400 KC. Hey, I got a Vorkath's head right before the end of the task. It's kind of crazy because it's 1 out of 50, and well, that's my 4th one, but the 50 KC one's guaranteed, so it's like I've gotten my 3rd one basically because the guaranteed one doesn't count. So I've gotten, before this KC I had 2 of them in 432. But now I got another one. And the Vorkath task is over at 437 KC. It was so long ago that I last did Vorkath that the loot tracker is not even pulling up all the prior Vorkath KC that I had. But from this task, which was 162, I accidentally did 1 kill off task because I forgot to switch my task back to Blue Dragons. The loot tracker is about 26 mil, which is close to 160k GP per kill. Vorkath drops Scaly Hides 1 out of 10, and each Scaly D-Hide gives you 50 Blue Dragon scales. I had 0 of these in the bank before this task started. I now have 17 from 1 Blue Dragon's task, which comes out to 850 Blue Dragon scales.
Holy fuck, that's a lot. Good thing I'm picking those up while I'm doing Vorkath, because I know those are a pain in the ass to go get normally for making anti-dragon fire potions.
Just passively from doing a Vorkath task. Of course, I can't forget I owe you my daily dues, or not daily, my videoly dues of sand. I mined 25k more in the sandstorm grinder, and I just spent 1.25 mil for another 25k buckets of sand. I am going to be wrapping up this video tomorrow, and we're going to be moving on to Yama for the next video. But there is one more thing I want to make sure I get done before this video is over, which is the Tormented Demons combat achievements. There is one more left, Rapid Reload. That's the one earlier I said I would do later, and it is now later. Hit 3 Tormented Demons within 3 seconds using a ballista or a crossbow. 3 seconds is 5 game ticks, which would be a bit of a problem for traditional crossbows or ballistas because crossbows are...
He's literally gonna use the Cabot Hunter crossbow, right? Let me guess. That's why he's in, you know.
5 ticks and ballistas are even slower, just for 1 shot, and you have to fire it 3 times. However, there is an option for a crossbow that's a little bit faster, which is the Hunter's crossbow, or you can upgrade it into the Hunter's Sunlight crossbow, which on Rapid is a 3-tick attack speed, which still is a little bit too slow to hit 3 demons within 5 game ticks, but if you start by attacking the demon furthest away from you, it should work out. Now the bolts you need for the regular Hunter's crossbow is Kepit bolts, which I don't have, but if I upgrade this into the Hunter's Sunlight crossbow, which I've never done before, there we go. This uses Sunlight or Moonlight antler bolts, which I have a bunch of those from when I was doing Hunter Rumors. The antler as well to upgrade the crossbow, I also got passively from Hunter Rumors, so I did not have to go out of the way for that. I think the intended way to do this combat achievement is to utilize one of the Tormented Demons' unique mechanics, where you get a speed bonus for your next hit after they drop their shield, but that's completely unnecessary since doing it with the Hunter's crossbow is completely free. I switched my run to walk, so I would hit the furthest Tormented Demon from the max possible range. Then I attacked the other 2, and that's it. Their overheads and shield do not matter for this. That was super easy. And if we look at the tasks, that is Tormented Demons Green Combat Achievement logged. I'm gonna put the crossbow in the group storage so Spookdog can get that one done as well. There's a few final things I want to check in with. First thing is the hard caskets. I'm currently at 900.
Alright, we got a jet task.
Snapdragons.
I think I'll take a mini break and I'll be on a little bit later on. We'll start off with the jet task. I want to get something to eat.
The Snapdragon seeds. I'm now up to...